I'm finally getting married! I'm counting on you for a wedding gift, so make sure it's something good, okay?
Wait, you're getting married? Oh, congratulations, but what do you mean by that exactly? Does that mean you'll be coming to introduce him to us soon? It's important to meet him, right? It feels like maybe the order of things is a little off here.
Huh? An introduction? I don't see why that's necessary. I mean, we're not exactly the most traditional family, right? Why start being all uptight now? What's with this sudden need to follow etiquette and all that? Just because I'm getting married now, you think you can act like some strict parent? When did you become such a fan of proper manners? It's honestly kind of annoying.
It's not about when. That's not really the point here, Angelica. Marriage isn't just about the two of you as individuals. It's about bringing together two families, creating a bond that has a meaning beyond just the two people in it. These things matter, and they should be handled properly. If you don't, there could be misunderstandings or issues. You'll need to meet each other's families, and once both sides give their approval, it's respectful to have a formal introduction for everyone's peace of mind, don't you think?
You're kidding, right? That's such an outdated way of thinking. Not every family does things that way anymore. Besides, our family's never been one of those super strict traditional types, right? We don't have to start now.
Wait a minute, have you even asked what his parents think about all this? A marriage isn't something you and he can decide on alone, Angelica. If you don't handle this properly, it could inconvenience his family as well. And wouldn't they want to know about the family their son is marrying into? Not taking these steps could cause unnecessary concern for them.
Seriously? I didn't ask for your opinion. Why are you trying to act like you have a say in this? If anything, you being there with your crutches would probably make things even more awkward for them, don't you think? They'd feel obligated to cater to you out of politeness, and it'd just be a hassle.
But I'd be able to explain to them that my condition doesn't require anyone to go out of their way for me. I've learned how to manage perfectly well, and there's no need for you to worry about it either. Besides, using my crutches doesn't have any impact on your marriage, Angelica. That's something entirely separate from your relationship.
But none of this is about you. Frankly, your involvement in my marriage is unnecessary. The only reason I'm even telling you about this wedding is because I expect you to contribute financially. I mean, I'm your only daughter, right? And let's be honest, you both only have, maybe 40 years left at most? So really, there's no reason for you not to put some money toward my wedding if it makes me happy, is there?
Why do you have to talk to us this way? Angelica, with this kind of attitude, it's surprising you even managed to find someone to marry.
Of course I found someone. Anyway, I'm just telling you now, don't think you'll have any say in my wedding plans, okay? And don't think you can interfere in my life once I'm married either. My fiancé isn't anything like Dad. He's not the type to just laugh things off. He's serious, dependable, and capable. I've decided he's the one I can trust with my future. Unlike my dad, who's always laughing, never serious, and can't even take care of things himself. It's honestly pathetic how easy it's been to manipulate him all these years.
That's really unkind to say about your father, Angelica.
Why should I care? He may have had money, but that was the only thing that mattered to me. Now that I'm getting married, my fiancé will be the one supporting me financially. So honestly, I won't need anything from you two anymore. Paying for the wedding can be your last act of parenting, the last thing you do for your daughter. Go all out with it. Don't hold back. Once I'm married, think of it as severing ties. It'll make things easier for everyone.
So, you've seen us as nothing but a nuisance all this time?
Wow, it took you long enough to notice. Dad's always been my puppet, doing whatever I wanted, and you're just this nagging figure pretending to be a parent when it suits you. I've been wanting to cut ties for ages, but up until now I couldn't because of the money you were sending me every month. Once I'm married, though, I won't have any need to rely on you two for anything. Isn't that a relief for you? No more monthly allowance going to a daughter who's finally leaving to start her own life. So just think of this wedding expense as some kind of severance payment, if that helps.
We always thought that as our only daughter, you were someone precious to us, that raising you with care was something meaningful. But I guess that's just how we felt, wasn't it?
Thanks for your effort, I guess. But honestly, if you wanted to be proper parents, you should have done a better job from the start. You could have at least tried to have some authority or dignity instead of just letting me do whatever I wanted.
I see.
I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this,
I'm your
I'll
only
always show
daughter,
up
right?
and make a statement.
No brothers
Everything
or
I do so
sisters, split
instinctive
the
and so
attention or
passionate.
money
Every
with.
word I move so descriptive like an adjective. I got a vendetta against people who patented being
Are you
negative when
actually
you should be
serious?
getting after it.
Only
I got
$10,000 for your
facts over
one and only
facts over
daughter's
tracks,
wedding?
and that's
If
spitting
you
slow,
were a
spitting
decent
fast
mother,
like
you'd
a
pay the
roast.
whole
I
thing.
get gassed, think I'm
Otherwise, I
okay
might
at
just
last,
leave
but
you
I
off
don't
the
know
guest
if that
list.
can erase
Come
all
on,
the past
think
and the
about it.
pettiness.
Someone like
A
you
reflection
can't
of the
walk
emptiness,
without
hilarious. You think
crutches.
you're with my
Obviously,
time,
figure out
you're
the things
delirious,
you can do
mysterious,
for your
because you
only
are behind
daughter.
the fake
It's not a
exterior,
wedding.
inferior. You know I'll always
Otherwise,
be a
what's
bit
the point of
superior.
being
Get off of
alive?
me, this ain't
You're
no
just a
humble
burden on
brag. I
society.
want you to
Doesn't
hear
even do
words,
the
you can say
housework.
them back. I
Almost
want you
relying
to
on
feel
dad
free
to
from
take
the
care of
chains that last,
everything.
and to believe in what
Pathetic.
you got, it was built to
Watch
last.
your
Yeah.
mouth, young lady. You're getting too cocky. You know what? Fine. Consider this the last of anything you're getting from us. I'll make sure this is our final parting gift. Since you're apparently too good to even introduce us to your future husband or invite us to the wedding, why do you think you deserve any money from us? You're not getting a single cent more.
What? Hold on. Hey, older woman. What do you think you're doing? Don't get so full of yourself. You think I'll just accept not a single cent more, do you? Are you even listening to yourself? That was it was your father. What? You're actually telling me Dad said that? That the dad who's got this timid expression and no backbone actually said something like that? Please, I don't know what game you're playing, but
I'll be
there's
great
no way
one
you can
day,
say
going
that.
off of my meds. No, I'm not giving up. No, I'm not giving in. I will make it to the top, taking off.
You're
and knowing I
serious?
gotta
That guy
make it.
really
I'm
said
saving
that?
every day
Acting
to
like he's
taste
finally
it. I'm
grown
patient,
spine?
but my
That's
mind, it can
hilarious.
hardly take it. I'm chasing a dream that
But
I've
just
never
pay the
set
full
for
amount
ages. A
already.
vacant modern kingdom for the
Didn't you say you wanted to cut ties with us after getting married? Isn't it strange to be expecting financial help for a wedding if you're trying to end the relationship? Your father's outburst made me realize something too.
What are you going on about now? I'm your only daughter, right? Don't most parents feel obligated to pay for their only daughter's wedding?
I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got
makes
no
no sense
love
for us to
for the
still be
fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Ties, we have no reason to give you any more money. In fact, looking back, I realized we spoiled you far too much already.
Huh? Don't even think you can decide something like this on your own. I'm about to get married, and what, you're just going to act like your money is more important than your daughter? You two are old now. How much longer do you think you'll even need that money?
I wouldn't say that. You see, we never got to live for ourselves. Since you were born, your father and I put everything into raising you. We didn't get to enjoy much of life ourselves. Do you remember how you were so sickly when you were younger? We spent countless hours taking you to and from hospitals, and it was exhausting and expensive.
Right, because you couldn't even raise me to be healthy, could you? All my memories from childhood are of being in and out of hospitals. Now I'm grown up and I'm still struggling to fit in socially. You two are lousy parents who couldn't even raise a healthy kid, so at this point the least you can do is make it up to me financially.
We knew you struggled, which is why we've continued to send you money every month. When you said you wanted to move out, we understood it was a chance for you to finally have freedom and happiness. Even though it meant sending you a considerable allowance for a luxury apartment in the city, we agreed and supported you. We never even complained about the cost, but then you go out and find someone to marry without even introducing us. You treated us as a resource, nothing more, and that hasn't sat well with either of us. So this time, we're taking a stand. Consider us retired from being your parents. We're done here.
Oh, please, don't make yourselves out to be the victims. It's my wedding day. What kind of parent would not cover their only daughter's wedding, especially when it's the one day that's supposed to be all about me? And here you are, pretending to be these poor, burdened parents. Give me a break.
Actually, there was more to the 10,000.
What?
We planned to give you a house as a wedding present. A house where you could live comfortably and raise your own family, knowing they might need some extra care if they inherited any health issues. It was going to be my way of providing the support I couldn't provide when you were younger.
Wait, are you serious? That's why you were only sending $10,000 for the wedding?
Yes, I remember how much you dreamed of having a spacious house as a child. When you were younger, you couldn't even run around like other kids, and we had to live in a tiny apartment because of all the medical expenses. I thought it would be a way to give you the life you always wanted. I always regretted that I couldn't bring you into the world healthy. Your father has always felt conflicted about how much we sacrificed, but we did everything with you in mind. And now, hearing all this from you, it's clear we've reached a point where we have to let go.
What? You think a house makes up for all I had to go through as a kid? My childhood's gone and nothing can bring that back. But fine, if you're giving me a house, I'll let it go. I'll stop being so critical. Happy?
Do you realize now? I can see now more clearly than ever how toxic this relationship has become. Your father's outburst, it was like a revelation. This is where we draw the line.
Don't just act like you're over it. So where's the house? What's the plan for it? I want in on the planning.
There is no house. We're canceling it all.
What? You can't be serious. I already told my fiancé that you're covering the whole wedding. I told him it's only fair because from now on, he'll be the one taking care of me. And now you're telling me this? No way. I refuse to accept it.
You're reaping what you've sown. You made these plans without consulting us, and now you'll need to find your own way to make them happen. We don't owe you anything more than we've already given.
I'm the victim here. Isn't it a parent's duty to support their child? How can you just decide you're done supporting me?
You're the one who declared your independence. Now it's up to you to take responsibility for the life you wanted.
Hey, about yesterday, I got really heated, and I'm sorry for that. And now that I've cooled down a bit, I realize how out of control I was. It's honestly a little embarrassing.
It was the first time I've seen you get so emotional, you know? But I felt a bit happy, too. It felt like you were angry on my behalf.
Well, thinking about it, we've held ourselves back for so long and sacrificed so much for Angelica. But it's finally hit me. We've just been getting used and exploited over and over, and no matter how much we put in, it was never enough. It's clear we were never going to be appreciated. She's a grown woman now, healthy, and going about her life just as she pleases. She keeps bringing up her health issues from when she was younger, as if that justifies all her behavior now. To be honest, I feel like I can't keep putting up with it.
I never knew that's how you really felt. For so long I kept telling myself that it was my fault she wasn't born healthy. I thought if I can make up for it, then maybe I can atone for my failure as a parent. I let her get away with so much because of that guilt.
But she's of marriageable age now, and we've overindulged her far too much. She has no grasp of reality because of it. And then when something as monumental as her wedding comes up, she acts as if we're just her personal ATM. She doesn't respect us as parents or as individuals. I think it's time we stop spoiling her. We did our best. There's nothing left for us to feel guilty about.
Yes, you're right.
And it still eats at me to this day. The way she held on to her resentment about not being able to play with other children when she was younger. She actually went so far as to take out her anger on you by shoving you down those stairs. And the result was that you broke your leg. Now, even today, you rely on crutches to get around, and yet she sees this as something that was deserved, or something that you owe her. The way she mocked you, saying that since you couldn't even bring a healthy child into this world, you deserve to suffer too. I still can't forget that moment. Watching her treat you like that after all we'd been through together, it was like a slap in the face.
Her words, if you couldn't even bear a healthy daughter, then you deserve to know what it's like to live with a disability. I can still hear them in my head. I was exhausted physically and mentally back then, but I convinced myself that if I just kept making it up to her, then maybe, just maybe, she'd eventually forgive me. I really thought it was possible.
I've stood by, watching her treat you like that, feeling like I had to let it go. I used to think one day she'll grow up, move out, and finally find peace, maybe even come back to us with a sense of understanding. When she has her own kids, she'll see what we went through, and, with any luck, grow to appreciate the sacrifices we made. I thought that was how it would go, but now I realize we don't have to cling to that hope anymore. We don't have to keep hurting ourselves waiting for something that may never happen.
I think we both let our pity for her as a child blind us to how she was manipulating us. We sacrificed so much for her, thinking it was what she needed. But maybe, in a way, that's what turned her into the person she is today.
I'm not saying I want her to thank us. I can only imagine how hard it must have been to have a childhood filled with health problems. But to take that and turn it into a weapon against us, as if we purposely neglected her or failed her, I can't accept that anymore. She thinks our lives exist solely for her to do with as she pleases. But I won't let her treat us like this anymore.
Yes, I agree. I feel like I'm finally seeing clearly for the first time. She's healthy now, and she's the one who told us she didn't need us anymore. She made it very clear that we were obsolete to her, so why do we need to keep supporting her?
You know, when she hurt you, I should have stood up for you back then. I'm sorry for not doing more. You always told me that I was a kind man, easygoing, but maybe I was just passive, like Angelica said. I was probably just smiling my way through everything instead of facing the hard truth.
I know you were in a difficult position, caught between her and me. You wanted to consider her feelings while still supporting me. I know that must have been hard for you, so let's put the past behind us. Thinking about what happened back then doesn't change my injury, so there's no point in dwelling on it now.
Yes, you're right. Maybe from now on, we can live our lives without feeling like everything has to revolve around Angelica. Maybe we can finally start focusing on ourselves.
Yes, I think that could be wonderful. Living just for us. If we can actually do that, it would feel like a dream come true.
Hey, where the hell are you, old lady? Where did you disappear to? I'm at the family home right now, and you're nowhere to be found. So where did you go?
Oh, I see. Well, we don't live there anymore.
What? What do you mean? Why not? Where did you move to then?
Overseas.
Huh? What do you mean overseas? What's going on all of a sudden?
The money we'd saved up to buy you a home for when you got married. Since you told us you no longer needed our support, we used it to fund our move abroad. It no longer had a purpose tied to you, so we put it toward a fresh start for ourselves.
What? How dare you just do whatever you feel like with it? I came all the way to the family home just to talk about that, and you're just gone?
Well, you don't have a family home here anymore. You're the one who said you wanted to cut ties, remember? You told us that after you got married, we'd be unnecessary to you, and you didn't want us in your life. So we're simply moving forward and enjoying life without you in it. That's all there is to it.
That's all there is to it? How can you just say it so easily? Because you started whining about not paying for my wedding, my fiancé got suspicious, checked my messages, and, well, now he's found out about our bad relationship. He's talking about calling off the wedding.
Wait, so you were hiding our whole situation from him?
I told him you weren't able to meet because of your injured leg, but that you were at least willing to pay for the wedding. That's the story I went with. Now, I don't have the money and I can't make up any more excuses. This is my final plea. Please, just help me out this once. If you don't, I'm seriously going to end up alone. I might not be able to get married at all if you don't come through.
That's unfortunate, but it sounds like it just wasn't meant to be. You're healthy now. You can go find someone who's truly committed to being with you. Someone who won't get cold feet over family matters.
Hold on. I could fix this with the money. Don't you see that? So please help me out just this one time.
We're done being at your beck and call. Words are something you can't take back once you've said them. You keep pointing out how hard it was being unwell as a child, but you don't understand that the things you've said to us, especially to me, have left wounds that won't heal. And then there's my leg, which was injured because of you. That will never heal either.
But it's not like I didn't suffer too. My childhood was full of hardships. Why can't you just help me this once? Doesn't a parent have a responsibility to support their child?
When you think of yourself as the only one who's suffered, eventually you'll find yourself in a place where no one is willing to help you. Life doesn't work the way you think it does. You need to understand this now. It's time you grew up and learned how to face the consequences of your own choices.
What? So that's it? You're just washing your hands of me just like that? After everything you put me through, too? After all, it's not my fault that I wasn't healthy as a kid, and you're just going to abandon me now?
Your perspective is exactly why this is happening. Instead of blaming everyone else, try to show some accountability. Grow up for your own sake. Angelica approached us with a contrite look on her face, her palms open as a gesture that screamed apology. It was a sight that once might have tugged at our hearts, but now it was met with an unwavering resolve. We had made it abundantly clear that we could no longer lend an ear to the tales spun by our selfish daughter, tales that seemed to have a single narrative thread woven with manipulation, entitlement, and blatant disregard for the consequences of her actions. We felt as though a boundary had been crossed, one that was not merely a line in the sand, but a deep chasm that we could not overlook. Looking back, it was evident that the engagement conversation had been clouded with an array of concerns from the very start. It was not just a simple agreement between two families, it had morphed into a complex web of issues that weighed heavily on our hearts. The whispers we had heard, concerns about Angelica's behavior and choices, had grown into a cacophony of alarm bells that we could no longer ignore. We had been willing to support her, to give her the benefit of the doubt, but the evidence was overwhelming. The engagement, which should have been a joyous occasion, was instead fraught with complications that seemed insurmountable. As the situation unfolded, one particular incident came to light, illuminating the extent of her selfishness and poor decision-making. It was a shocking revelation that changed everything for us. Once we learned of this betrayal, the discussions about the engagement came to a sudden and jarring halt. The air was thick with tension, and it felt as though the ground beneath us had shifted. We were left grappling with reality that was painful to accept. Angelica had crossed a line, and the trust that had once bound us was now shattered. In the wake of this tumultuous episode, Angelica found herself in an unexpectedly precarious situation. The financial support that we, her parents, had once provided, support that she had taken for granted, was abruptly cut off. It was a harsh wake-up call for her, one that she had seemingly never anticipated. The vibrant city she had chosen to inhabit, with its dazzling lights and the allure of independence, had now transformed into a battleground of financial struggles. It was a stark contrast to the life she had known, one filled with comfort and security, and it was evident that she was woefully unprepared for the challenges ahead. We had always warned her about the realities of urban living, especially in a city notorious for its high cost of living. It is a place where dreams can quickly turn into nightmares if one is not adequately prepared to face its demands. Yet she had brushed off our concerns as if they were mere obstacles in her path to independence. Now, however, the consequences of her decisions were coming home to roost, and the weight of that realization was beginning to dawn on her. Without our financial backing, Angelica faced the daunting task of paying rent in an expensive city. She had chosen her apartment with enthusiasm, viewing it as a stepping stone to independence. However, that apartment, once a symbol of her newfound freedom, has become a heavy burden, one that she could no longer bear alone. The realities of bills and expenses were crashing down around her, and she found herself staring into the abyss of financial insecurity. In her desperation, she sought out part-time work, a necessary step that we had hoped would spark a sense of responsibility within her. This was not merely a job, it was a lifeline, a chance for her to build her life from the ground up. Yet the irony of her situation was palpable. She had once reveled in comforts provided by our support, and now she was forced to accept a life filled with frugality and hard work. We were cautiously hopeful that this experience would help her mature, but we also feared the emotional toll it could take on her. Reports began to filter back to us about her new living situation. She had managed to secure a low-paying job and found a modest apartment that was a far cry from the life of luxury she had once known. We understood that this sacrifice was essential for her survival, yet we couldn't help but feel a deep concern for her well-being. The environment she had chosen might be a catalyst for her growth, but it was also fraught with dangers that she had yet to fully comprehend. As I reflected on her predicament, a wave of mixed emotions washed over me. I felt disappointment, yes, but I also felt a profound sense of concern for her future. I wanted her to learn the lessons that life was so desperately trying to teach her. It was imperative for Angelica to grasp the reality that life is not simply a continuation of the privileges she had enjoyed during her upbringing. The world outside her door is harsh and unyielding, and she needed to understand that it does not owe her anything. This realization was crucial for her growth, and I hoped she would come to terms with it sooner rather than later. This journey should serve as a wake-up call for her. It was time for Angelica to shed her naivety and face the world with a sense of realism and maturity. The sooner she acknowledged her situation and took ownership of her actions, the better equipped she would be for the challenges that lay ahead. It was a daunting prospect, but one that was essential for her development as an individual. While I struggled with my feelings, I could not shake the sense that this experience was also an opportunity for Angelica to confront the truth about herself. I still cared for her deeply, despite the heartache and disappointment her actions had caused. The love I held for her as a parent remained steadfast, but I recognized the necessity of tough love at this juncture. It was time for her to realize the consequences of her choices and understand that as an adult she must take responsibility for her actions and decisions. I found myself reflecting on her upbringing, examining the choices we made as parents. Did we enable her selfish tendencies without meaning to? Were we too lenient, allowing her to believe that the world revolved around her and her desires? These questions haunted me, and I grappled with the idea that perhaps our parenting choices had inadvertently led her down this tumultuous path. I questioned whether we had shielded her from the realities of life, and if that shielding had now backfired spectacularly. Yet while these reflections were important, I ultimately realized that the responsibility for her choices lay squarely on her shoulders. Angelica had to confront the consequences of her actions, and in doing so she would hopefully learn valuable lessons about accountability, perseverance, and the strength of character. Life is filled with challenges, and the sooner she learns that overwhelming these challenges is crucial for her personal growth, the better prepared she will be for the future. As I thought about her trajectory, a flicker of hope emerged within me. I hoped she would find the inner strength to rise above her current circumstances. The struggles she faced now may seem overwhelming, but they can also be the catalyst for profound transformation. This experience should propel her towards a brighter future, one rooted in resilience and determination. Angelica needed to understand that every setback could serve as a setup for comeback. True strength lies not in avoiding difficulties, but in adapting and persevering through them. The world is not always kind, but it is often in the unkind moments that we discover our greatest potential. I wanted her to learn that nothing in life comes easy, and that personal growth often stems from confronting difficulties head-on. In conclusion, while her current situation is undoubtedly challenging, it holds the potential for deep personal growth and transformation. I wanted Angelica to emerge from this stronger, wiser, and more self-reliant than ever before. I hoped she would learn to confront her reality with an open heart and a willingness to embrace whatever challenges lay ahead. This is not the end for her, rather it's a new beginning that could lead her toward a future filled with promise and possibility. As she navigated this new chapter in her life, I wanted her to find the courage to stand on her own 2 feet. Life is not about relying on others, it's about taking charge and making decisions that will lead to personal fulfillment. I trusted that, in time, she would come to appreciate the importance of self-reliance and the necessity of hard work. Ultimately, this experience should serve as a lesson in accountability and growth. It is crucial that she realizes the real world is filled with obstacles, and that overcoming them will build her character. She must embrace the journey ahead, understanding that every experience, whether good or bad, will contribute to her development. The challenges she faced now may seem daunting, but I believed they would mold her into a person capable of not only overcoming adversity, but thriving in its midst. I wanted her to embrace this opportunity for growth, allowing her experiences to guide her towards a stronger, more resilient future. There were moments when I felt overwhelmed by the weight of our situation, times when I wondered if I had done enough as a parent or if I had failed her in some fundamental way. I often revisited our family dynamics, reflecting on our communication patterns and the moments where we could have intervened or offered guidance more effectively. The times when she had asked for things and we had acquiesced too easily had perhaps given her the impression that she was entitled to whatever she desired. Moreover, I recognized that I had sheltered her from the harsh realities of life. I had shielded her from the disappointments that often accompany adulthood. I wanted her to be happy, and I had tried hard to provide her with every opportunity, but in doing so I might have inadvertently robbed her of the chance to develop resilience. As a parent, it is a delicate balance, nurturing while also preparing your child for the world outside. I had hoped that Angelica would eventually learn from her mistakes, but the path she was on was uncertain. Each day I found myself reflecting on what the future might hold for her. Would she rise to the occasion and learn from her experiences, or would she continue to struggle under the weight of her choices? These questions plagued me, and while I tried to remain hopeful, the uncertainty was difficult to bear. I wanted nothing more than for her to find her footing, to learn the lessons that life was so eager to teach her. As time went on, I began to see glimpses of change in her. While she was still grappling with the realities of adulthood, I noticed a flicker of determination in her eyes. It was as if she was finally beginning to understand the magnitude of her situation. Each small step she took towards independence was a sign that she was learning, albeit slowly. The conversations we had became more meaningful, laced with a sense of mutual respect and understanding that had been absent before. I knew that this journey would not be easy for her. There would be setbacks, moments of doubt, and times when she might feel overwhelmed by the weight of her responsibilities. However, I believed that each challenge she faced was an opportunity for growth, a chance for her to discover her own strength and resilience. I hoped she would learn to embrace the struggles, to see them as a stepping stone toward a brighter future. As I continued to reflect on our relationship, I recognized that this journey was not just about Angelica. It was also about me as a parent. I was learning to navigate the complexities of our dynamic, to find a balance between support and tough love. I was realizing that being a parent means allowing your child to face the consequences of their actions, even when it is painful to watch. It was a hard lesson for both of us, but one that was ultimately necessary for her development. In the end, I wanted Angelica to thrive, to find her own path and create a life that was uniquely hers. I hoped that she would take the lessons learned from this experience and carry them forward, using them as a foundation upon which to build her future. I wanted her to understand that life is a journey filled with twists and turns, and that the way she responds to adversity will shape her character in profound ways.
Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Hey, Mom said your husband got transferred overseas. Why didn't you tell me?
I was planning to tell you once everything was finalized.
When exactly were you planning on telling me? After you left?
No, we just found out last week. I haven't even told most of my friends yet.
But Mom knew before me.
She was there when we got the call.
She was there? Why was she at your place?
She brings me lunch sometimes when she's in the area.
Of course she does. Always playing favorites.
No, she offers to bring you lunch too. You never accept.
Because I'm always working. Some of us have actual careers. Besides, every time she visits, she just criticizes my life choices.
Maybe because you keep making questionable ones.
Better than being Mom's perfect little girl.
I'm not perfect. I just try to make good decisions.
Like marrying the first guy who looked at you?
We dated for 3 years before marriage.
After meeting him at what, 22? You barely lived.
I lived enough to know what I wanted.
Anyway, we're twins. Why are you being so secretive? You could have told me.
I wasn't, but it's not like you care where I live anyway.
I saw Mom posting about it on Facebook. Do you know how embarrassing that was? Everyone knew before me. She even tagged all our relatives before telling me.
You haven't spoken to any relatives in months.
That's not the point. I'm your twin.
Since when do you care about family news? You didn't even come to Dad's birthday last month.
I was working. I can't just take days off whenever I want.
You were on a yacht with your married boyfriend. Mom saw the Instagram stories. Well, Dad was waiting for you to show up that day. He asked about you 3 times.
Whatever. He has you, his perfect daughter.
You know what hurts him most? The fact you lie about everything.
I don't lie. I just don't share everything.
Like how you told him you were sick that day?
I was sick. Seasick.
You posted yourself drinking champagne.
Are you stalking my social media now?
Mom showed me. She was crying.
Of course she was. Always a drama queen.
Says the one who threw a fit at my wedding.
I did not throw a fit.
You tried to wear white.
It was cream.
It was a wedding dress, Victoria.
It looked better than your dress anyway.
Why do you always say things like that?
Just telling the truth. You may be their favorite, but at least I earned my own money.
What's that supposed to mean?
Just that I didn't have to flirt with managers for better shifts. Remember the lounge we worked at?
What? I never did that. He had a fiance too.
And you still flirted with him to get a better shift.
He was being friendly because I actually showed up for my shifts on time. You got fired for being late 12 times in 1 month.
Hey, the bus schedule was terrible.
We lived in the same dorm. I took the same bus. You never take responsibility.
I was going through a lot then.
We all were. It was college.
You had it easier.
How? We had the same classes.
You always got the better professors.
We had the same registration time. You broke Mom's favorite vase. Maybe that's why.
I was 13, and it was an accident.
You threw it at the wall.
It slipped.
After you aimed it?
Whatever. So Paris, huh? Didn't think your boring husband had it in him to get such a promotion.
At least I can sleep at night without wondering when his wife will find out. Why do you always have to put people down? This is why you don't have any friends.
I have plenty of friends. They're just busy people.
Busy married men, you mean?
They appreciate me more than their wives do.
Right. Is that what you tell yourself?
At least they can afford designer bags.
Stolen from their wives' closets doesn't count.
You don't know anything about my life.
I know enough to be glad I chose differently.
I don't need friends. They're all basic anyway.
Not everyone needs friends, but you shouldn't say things that hurt people. We're grown adults.
You sound like such a mom.
Stop it.
You're the one who always wanted to be the responsible one.
Someone had to be.
At least I'm living my life how I want.
By ruining other people's marriages?
You're just jealous of my freedom.
Freedom to what? Hiding in hotel rooms?
I don't want to be tied down by marriage. Love and money from men is enough to make me happy. Marriage just leads to in-law drama anyway. Everyone looks miserable.
Well, I don't have any in-law problems. My mother-in-law is sweet, and I even go shopping with my brother-in-law's wife lately.
Must be nice having such a perfect family.
They're really nice.
That is boring.
How? Better than dramatic.
Must be nice being the favorite daughter-in-law.
I just try to be respectful.
You mean submissive?
Being kind isn't being submissive.
They probably talk about you behind your back.
Not everyone is toxic like that.
You're so naive.
I'm not naive. I just don't assume the worst of people.
That's exactly what naive means. Wait until they show their true colors. Remember how nice Mom's second husband was at first?
Don't bring him up. That's completely different.
Is it? He fooled everyone too.
That was 10 years ago. Let it go.
Easy for you to say. You weren't the one he...
Stop. We agreed never to talk about that.
Fine. Keep pretending everything's perfect.
I'm not pretending. I just choose to trust people.
That's why you'll get hurt again.
Not everyone is like him.
They just haven't shown their true selves yet.
You can't keep using that as an excuse.
An excuse for what?
For pushing everyone away.
I don't push people away. I protect myself.
There's a difference between protection and isolation.
Says the one who needs constant validation from her in-laws.
Having good relationships isn't seeking validation.
You're always trying to please everyone.
No, I just don't try to hurt people.
You never stood up for me back then.
Because there was nothing to stand up against.
Of course you'd say that. You never know what they really think. I bet you and your sister-in-law are over the moon about her pregnancy, like you are all happy and perfect.
Can't you just be happy for her?
I am, I guess.
You don't sound too happy. Sarah's been nothing but kind to you.
We barely know each other.
Because you never come to family gatherings.
I'm not really family anyway, right?
Don't start the negativity again.
It's true, though. Everyone treats me differently.
Maybe because you push everyone away.
Or maybe they just prefer you. They all probably think I'm the crazy twin.
You're the one who keeps saying that.
I see how they look at me.
They look at you like that because you show up to events drunk.
I'm not drunk. I'm social.
Is that what you call throwing wine at Cousin Jenny?
She deserved it.
For getting engaged.
For inviting you to be bridesmaid and not me.
Because you never answer her calls.
Whatever. Her wedding will probably end in divorce anyway.
Why are you so bitter about everyone's happiness?
I'm not bitter, I'm realistic. Aren't you doing fertility treatments?
Yeah, what about it?
Bold of you to bring that up then.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know exactly what it means.
My fertility issues and Sarah's pregnancy are totally different things.
But it must really bother you.
Why would it?
Because you've been trying for months.
It's not a competition.
Says the one who always must win.
I've never competed with you.
Right. You just accidentally do better at everything.
That's not true, and you know it.
Your grades, your job, your marriage.
You chose your own path.
A path you judge me for.
I worry about you. There's a difference.
Save your worry for yourself. At least I can afford private clinics.
With whose money?
That's none of your business.
Using your married boyfriend's credit card again?
He offered.
Does his wife know?
Why do you always have to bring her up?
Because she exists?
She doesn't care about him anyway.
You don't know that.
I know more than you think.
Like what you know about Sarah.
What about her?
How her pregnancy is so easy.
Well, isn't it?
She had 2 miscarriages before this.
What?
But you'd know that if you ever came to family dinners.
Why didn't anyone tell me?
We tried. You never answer your phone.
I'm busy.
Too busy for family?
Some of us must work for a living.
Right. Work.
What's that supposed to mean?
Nothing.
Well, looks like my break's over. Gotta go. Talk later. When do you leave for Paris? Mom was telling me it's pretty sudden.
Not for a few months. We still need to sort out the visa stuff.
Have you started looking at apartments there?
A little. Companies helping with housing.
That must be nice.
Yeah, makes things easier.
Did you request Paris specifically?
No, they chose the location.
Lucky you got France instead of somewhere else. That's awesome. Paris is so romantic.
It's just another city with its own problems.
Still better than other places, though. I thought it would be somewhere in Southeast Asia or something less glamorous. But Paris is like actual Paris, with the Eiffel Tower and everything.
Yeah, but we will be in the suburbs anyway.
The suburbs of Paris are still Paris.
Yeah, I suppose.
You don't seem very excited.
Just nervous about the move.
Why? It's such an amazing opportunity.
There's a lot to organize.
The company helps with that though, right?
Yes, but it's still stressful.
At least you'll be in Paris.
There's more to it than that.
Like what?
Language, culture, starting over.
Still, it's Paris!
I'm taking French classes. Have been for a while, actually.
Really? Since when?
About 6 months now.
Oh, I didn't know.
I didn't want to mention it until things were certain.
Have you told Victoria? She must be furious.
Yeah, she's not taking it well.
I can imagine.
It's complicated.
Family always is. Going to Paris is ridiculous. Your husband should go alone.
Why?
Did you even ask to stay behind? You could live with Mom.
Why would I do that? I want to be with my husband.
Mom would love having you around.
I'm not abandoning my marriage.
It's not abandoning, it's being practical.
How is splitting up practical?
You could save money.
Money isn't everything.
Says someone who never had to worry about it.
I work too, you know.
Part-time doesn't count.
I contribute to our household.
By folding laundry?
By being a partner.
You've always been so basic. No interest in fashion, barely wear makeup, couldn't care less about designer brands.
I have other interests.
Like what, cooking?
There's nothing wrong with that.
Such a housewife.
I make enough effort not to offend anyone.
You don't even own a single Louis Vuitton bag.
Because I don't need one.
Everyone needs one in Paris.
I'll manage without.
You'll embarrass yourself.
I doubt anyone will care.
They'll judge you.
Like you're judging me now?
I'm trying to help you.
By criticizing everything about me? Look, Paris isn't just what you see in the movies. My husband's colleague who's there already says Tokyo has more fashionable people.
Tokyo is different. It's all about cute stuff.
And Paris isn't.
It's different. Celebrities live in Paris. It's about class, not just style.
Since when are you an expert on Paris?
I follow all the major fashion influencers there. You probably don't even know who they are.
I don't need to.
Exactly my point. You'll stick out like a sore thumb.
I don't care.
You should.
Why?
Because you'll be representing our family.
In a country where no one knows us,
Social media exists, you know.
no one's going to care.
So I guess this means you're giving up on fertility treatments?
They have fertility clinics in Paris, too.
There's the language barrier.
Medical tourism is common there. Lots of English-speaking doctors.
Still, starting treatment all over again with new doctors?
I've already researched some clinics. They have English websites.
That's not the same as treatment. What if something happens while your husband is away?
I can handle myself.
Remember when you got lost in Shibuya? That was just Tokyo.
That was 10 years ago. I've traveled a lot since then.
To where?
I've been to 6 countries.
On package tours?
Better than never leaving the city.
You definitely won't make it. The new environment, all that stress, probably makes getting pregnant even harder.
Could you stop being so negative?
And just being realistic, you cried for a week when we changed classes in high school.
I was 15.
At least I'm not running away to another country.
It's called growing up, Victoria.
It's called abandoning your family.
Family supports each other.
Exactly, so stay.
That's not support, that's control.
Whatever, don't come crying to me when it all falls apart.
I won't need to.
We'll see about that. Hey, girl.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. I'm just taking a break from nesting. The nursery's coming together so nicely.
Oh my gosh, you'll have to give me a tour.
Of course. Maybe Saturday?
That works perfectly.
Great. I'll show you all the new things. Ever come to my house again? I want to cut all ties with you.
What? Sarah, what's going on?
You know exactly what you did.
Sarah, please tell me what happened.
Don't play innocent with me.
Sarah, what's wrong? Did I do something?
Like you don't know.
I honestly don't. Please tell me.
How can you be so cruel?
What are you talking about? Did someone say something about me?
After everything we shared.
Sarah, please. I seriously don't understand.
All those baby shopping trips.
I loved those times with you.
You know exactly what happened. How could you? It was all lies, wasn't it? How could you do something so horrible?
I'm sorry, but I honestly have no idea what you're talking about.
You were just pretending to be happy for me.
I wasn't pretending anything.
Then why did you try to hurt me?
Hurt you? What do you mean? What happened?
Don't even.
Sarah, please. I'm so confused. What happened?
The police took photos of my injuries. Should I send those too?
Injuries? Please, tell me what's happening.
You came here full of rage.
I haven't been to your house.
Stop lying.
I swear, I'm not lying.
Stop playing dumb. You're disgusting, attacking a pregnant woman.
Attack? Me? Sarah, what are you talking about? You got attacked?
You came to my house yesterday to attack me.
Yesterday? I was home all day on video calls.
I have proof.
What proof?
You screamed at me about my pregnancy.
I would never do that, and I just said I was home all day.
You said I didn't deserve this baby.
Sarah, please believe me. Whoever you were thinking about wasn't me.
I saw your face. It's all on the security camera, and considering what happened, you should be grateful I'm not pressing charges. I've already filed a police report.
Sarah, please. I wasn't anywhere near your house yesterday.
Then who was it? Your ghost?
I have no idea.
The camera doesn't lie, Emma. Everyone can see you.
Wait, please. I really have no idea what's going on.
Just admit it. You were jealous that I could get pregnant while you couldn't, right? I heard you screaming it while you were attacking me. Why should you get to have a baby when I can't?
Sarah, I would never say that. I've been nothing but happy for you.
Then why did you try to punch my stomach?
What? I would never.
You tried to hurt my baby.
I would never do that. Never. Sarah, please.
Explain the video. Explain why you were screaming about fertility treatments. Explain why you kept saying I didn't deserve this baby.
I swear I didn't do this. Can you show me the evidence?
You want to see yourself attacking a pregnant woman? Fine. You were wearing that blue jacket you always wear.
I don't own a blue jacket.
Don't lie!
Sarah, please listen.
What kind of monster attacks a pregnant woman?
Like I said, I didn't attack you.
The bruises on my arms say different.
Bruises? Oh God, Sarah. I'm sorry that happened. That's terrible.
Oh, now you're concerned?
Of course I'm concerned. You're hurt.
Because of you! Fine, I'm sending the security camera footage to you right now. You can't deny it when it's right there on video.
Please send it. I need to see this.
Check your email. The police have a copy too.
Okay, let me watch it. Please know that even if you don't believe me, I was genuinely excited and happy about your pregnancy and your baby.
Save it. I trusted you, Emma.
Sarah, wait. The person in the video.
It's clearly you. Everyone sees it.
Sarah, I know who did this. That's not me in the video. It's my twin sister, Victoria.
You have a twin sister.
Yes, we're identical.
Why didn't you ever mention her?
It's complicated.
You expect me to believe this?
Call my mother. She'll confirm everything.
This is insane.
I know it sounds crazy.
A secret twin sister?
Not secret, just estranged.
Why?
Because she does things like this. She's troubled. I'm so sorry she hurt you.
I need time to process this.
I understand. I'm sorry she did this to you.
If this is true, I need to talk to your mother.
Please do. She'll explain everything.
I'll call her now.
I'm sorry.
I'll be in touch.
Please be careful. She might come back.
I'm staying with my parents.
Good. Stay safe.
You committed assault? Attacking your pregnant sister-in-law? Guess you were jealous after all. You really love seeing people suffer, don't you?
Don't start with me, Victoria.
You finally snapped, huh?
You know exactly what happened.
Everyone's talking about it. Dad's furious.
Of course he is. His daughter attacked a pregnant woman. The only person who loves seeing me suffer is you, and you're the one who's going to be dealing with the police report. Hope you can afford it. Your Paris sabotage plan failed. They won't transfer a violent wife overseas, right?
What are you talking about?
Playing dumb won't help now.
You're the one who lost it.
The security footage is pretty clear. Same height, same face, same beauty mark.
What beauty mark?
The one under your left eye, the one I don't have. The police report is going to you, sis.
Why would it go to me?
They found your fingerprints and the department store uniform you were wearing.
You're making things up now.
The name tag was visible on the camera.
There was no name tag.
So you admit you were there.
I didn't say that.
Mom told me you were the one who committed the assault.
Mom was just covering for you.
Really? Then why was she crying when she saw the footage?
Because her perfect daughter turned out to be violent.
She was crying, you know. Said she couldn't deal with you anymore.
What's that supposed to mean?
You know exactly what it means.
Don't just assume things. Why am I being treated like a criminal?
Maybe because you are one, the police have weapons.
What weapon? There was no weapon.
So you know there wasn't one?
I mean, that's what Mom said.
Mom didn't mention any weapons.
This is ridiculous. You're trying to frame me.
It's already out, Vicky. You attacked Sarah while pretending to be me. You even dressed like me.
I would never do that. Why are you blaming me?
The security footage shows you screaming about fertility treatments.
Anyone could have done that.
Anyone with my face and your work schedule?
You're just trying to save yourself.
You had more motivation than anyone. Plus, I have an alibi.
Oh, please. Being at home isn't an alibi. You need to be with someone for it to count.
How did you know I was home during the attack?
I didn't. Just guessing. You're a part-time housewife, so you're always home.
Well, I was home, but
See? You were home.
I was on a video call with my husband's colleague in France.
What?
I was getting advice about living in Paris. That's my alibi. And Vicky, they found the pipe you used to hit Sarah. You dropped it when she fought back. They tested it for fingerprints. Mine weren't on it.
You're lying. There's no pipe.
The police have it, with your prints.
They can't prove those are my fingerprints.
Identical twins have different fingerprints.
That's not true.
Google it.
The police are incompetent anyways.
They seem pretty competent to me.
You don't know anything.
I know you took a taxi there.
No, I didn't.
They have the receipt.
What receipt?
The one you left in the pipe.
Stop lying.
You paid with your credit card.
I always pay cash.
So you did take a taxi.
What are you talking about? Why would I attack someone I don't even know? You're trying to frame me.
They have the CCTV from your workplace, too.
What about it?
Shows you leaving early that day, right before the attack.
I had an appointment.
With Sarah's front door.
This is harassment.
The cameras show you changing into my old clothes.
What clothes?
The ones you stole from Mom's house.
I didn't steal anything.
The blue jacket.
That was mine.
So now you admit there was a jacket.
You're twisting my words.
I don't have time for your games. Unlike you, I'm busy. They can check the security cameras at your workplace, you know. They'll see when you leave. You can't talk your way out of this.
How much is a settlement?
$50,000.
$50,000? That's ridiculous. They're price gouging.
You attacked a pregnant woman. It might seem high, but I think you're lucky they're willing to settle. You should be grateful this can be resolved with money.
I can't pay that.
Should have thought of that before.
You have to help me.
I don't have to do anything.
We're twins.
That means nothing anymore.
Look, I did it for you, Emma. Anyone would be upset seeing their sister-in-law pregnant while dealing with fertility issues.
You've never done anything for me.
You were always too weak to stand up for yourself.
Standing up for myself doesn't mean assaulting people.
Emma, can't you help delete the video evidence?
What?
The tech guys at my store owe me favors. We could make it disappear.
Are you insane?
Think about Mom and Dad. You don't want rumors about your family member committing assault, right? We should just get rid of the evidence.
What are you even saying? I'm already devastated. You hurt someone I care about just to cause problems for me. Sarah got injured because you wanted to mess with my life.
You secretly hated her anyway, right? Getting pregnant before you when she married into the family after you?
I've never thought that way. Please stop. Why can you only think like this? Your heart is so ugly.
At least I'm honest about my feelings.
Honest about being cruel?
If you don't help me, I'll lose everything.
You did this to yourself.
If you don't want me to get arrested, help pay the settlement.
I already told you I can't.
You have savings.
For my own treatments, ask your rich boyfriend.
That won't work. We broke up. His wife found out and is demanding her own settlement. I really don't have any money.
You brought this on yourself.
Then I guess I'll just have to go to jail. But you don't want that, right? Having a criminal in the family? You're already thinking of me as one. We're twins. Help your sister out.
Being twins doesn't excuse what you did.
We used to protect each other, remember?
Before you became cruel.
I'm not cruel, I'm realistic.
I stopped thinking of you as my sister a long time ago. I've always wondered why we had to be twins. You blame everyone else for everything. You're jealous of everyone. It's pathetic. Maybe you're the one living a miserable life.
At least I'm not afraid to feel things.
Feel things? You hurt people.
You'll regret this when I'm in jail.
No, I'll regret not cutting ties with you sooner.
Fine, abandon your twin.
You abandoned me first.
By not being your perfect copy?
By becoming someone I don't recognize anymore.
At least I know who I am.
A person who attacks pregnant women.
A person who fights for what she wants.
Is that what you call it?
Better than being a coward.
Being kind isn't being a coward.
Being weak is.
Then I guess this is goodbye.
You don't mean that.
I do. Don't contact me again.
You'll come back, you always do.
Not this time.
We'll see.
Goodbye, Victoria. Victoria was formally sued through Sarah's lawyer and had to pay a settlement. She managed to bring it down to $30,000, which she had to take out a loan to pay. She was kicked out of our parents' house and now lives in employee housing while paying back both the settlement loan and the settlement to her ex-boyfriend's wife. According to Victoria, she committed the assault because she was jealous of my private life going well, while hers was falling apart. While that might explain her actions, what she did was unforgivable, and neither Sarah nor I will ever forgive her. I hope she takes responsibility for her actions and lives her life without causing trouble for others from now on. I moved to France with my husband, and while adjusting to life here hasn't been easy, we're managing. I thought my relationship with Sarah was inevitably ruined. Even though I wasn't the attacker, it was still my family member who hurt her. However, Sarah understood the complicated relationship between me and my sister and has maintained our close relationship. I'm so relieved her baby was born healthy. I'm truly blessed to have such kind people in my life. Just as everyone treats me with care, I want to cherish my loved ones and continue living life to the fullest.
Lucas, I thought you would be home early today. Why are you still not home? I've been waiting for you.
Sorry, the project I'm working on is taking more time than expected. I thought I'd be home early today, but it seems like I'll have to work till midnight.
You always come home late. I thought you would be finishing work early this week. You never help me with taking care of our kids. I am always the one who cooks for them, helps them take a bath, and puts them to sleep. Can't you be a better father?
What can I do? I'm busy with my job. I work outside to support the family. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. What more do you expect from me?
But you promised me that you would be home early today. You can't just break your promise. Let me remind you of something. I also work outside. I have a job too, so I hope you can be more cooperative. We both have jobs, so we have to work together to get things done. I am the only one doing housework and taking care of our kids. I thought we agreed on dividing our responsibilities in the household when we got married.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to make you upset. I promise to look after the kids on the weekends. I'll take them to a park and play with them, so you'll get some rest.
You said the same thing last week, remember? But you ended up going to work again. Stop making promises you can't keep.
I'm trying my best, you know. Don't be so pressuring. You're stressing me out. That's why I don't feel like going home. You keep blaming me and we always have fights.
How can you say that to me? I'm not the only one to be blamed. I don't want to pressure you or complain anymore. I have no other choice, do I?
If you don't want to stress me out, just stop blaming me.
You wouldn't fix your bad habits if I stopped complaining. I have to point things out to make you keep promises and be responsible for your actions. We decided together that we'll both keep our jobs and pay for our loans after we started planning about buying a new house. We decided that we'll work together and support each other, but now I'm the one doing everything in the house. You're not helping me out at all.
There's a difference in how men and women are viewed at work. Think about it. It's easy for you to get a day off if one of our kids got sick because you're the mother. But I would never get a day off, even if I told my boss the same thing because I'm a guy. They'll tell me to prioritise my work over my family. That's the social norm. It's not something I can fix.
I do feel apologetic when I have to take days off. I can't control when my kids get sick, so I can't tell them in advance that I'll be missing work. I am a responsible adult too. I am very serious about my job.
Even if you think so, you can't deny how women are more likely to get days off when they have to deal with their kids.
Okay, I won't ask for much from you. I'll be in charge of the housework because I'm the wife. But you have to make more time to spend with the kids. You're their father, and they miss you. Natalie and Kevin have given up asking you to play with them at this point. They rarely complain now because they know you'll say no. Imagine how they must be feeling.
They seem more mature than you, huh? Well, they understand me better than you.
No, that's not the point, and they're still young. Can't you see that you're not spending time with them enough, Lucas? You have to be a better father for them.
They're in elementary school. I bet they prefer playing with each other more than playing with me.
They're not even 10 years old. They miss you every day. I know they want to play with you and go out with us to play at the park on the weekends.
Okay, I get it now. I promise I'll play with them this weekend. I'll definitely take them to the park and spend quality time with them. How's that?
Really? Well, that would be great. They'll love that. They've been really eager to go and visit that new playground in the park. Can you take them there? I was worried I might not be able to keep an eye on them if I was the only guardian there. I thought it would be better if both of us went there.
Sure. Well, let's take them to the new playground together.
Promise me that you'll keep your promise this time. Don't let me down again.
No, I promise. I'll make sure to finish all the work before this weekend so that I won't have to come and work again like last week. So forgive me if I have to work late on the weekdays. I'm trying my best to make time on the weekends.
Okay. Promise me that you'll only focus on having fun with our kids on the weekends. No thinking about work or answering phone calls from work.
I promise. I'll get back to work now. See you later.
Okay. Don't push yourself too much. Be careful on your way home. Don't be too late. We're about to start packing up. It's getting late, so we'll be leaving the park soon.
I'm so sorry. I still have some work to do, so I don't think I can make it to the park in time.
You promised that you would spend time with the kids this weekend. Now you've broken the promise again. You're really losing my trust.
What can I do? I can't help it. There's really no time for me to spend with my family right now. I have so many things to do at work.
Oh, really? Well, I guess I'll just have to accept that. For your information, I won't be making dinner today. We'll be going out to eat. We were all looking forward to going to that new restaurant around the corner.
Okay, you guys go on and eat out. I won't be home anytime soon. I can't leave the office yet.
Make sure to say sorry to Natalie and Kevin when you get home. They were really excited to play with you today.
Okay, I know. I'll apologise. But I bet they still had a lot of fun going to the new playground they always wanted to go to.
Well, if you'd kept the promise and also been there, they would have been able to have more fun.
I'm telling you I'm sorry. Stop blaming me like that. You have to understand that I'm working hard to support the family. I'm doing what's best for the family. The kids will understand me soon when they get older.
Hopefully they'll understand. Oh, by the way, there's something I wanted to tell you about the new house we plan to buy together. My parents are willing to help us pay for the loan.
Really? That would be so helpful. Gosh, they're so nice. We might be able to buy a new house real soon. How cool is that? The kids would love it.
Yeah, we're starting to save up a pretty decent amount thanks to both of our hard work.
When should we go to see the new house and visit the real estate agent? Maybe next week? Do you have plans already?
I thought you were busy with work. I doubt you'll be able to make time next week.
Oh, come on. Buying a new house. I'd do anything to make time for that.
If I was you, I would do anything to make time to spend with the kids. Natalie and Kevin are the most important in my life. Didn't you tell me that you're attending your colleague's wedding next week? Did it get cancelled?
Oh, right. I thought I'd be able to make time next week. I completely forgot about the wedding. Oh, shoot. I have to postpone visiting the new house.
I'm also supposed to participate, right? Yeah, all the other colleagues are also going to take their wives with them, so we'll go together. It's been so long since I took part in someone's wedding. It's pretty exciting, but I'm also a bit nervous. Should I buy a new dress? I saw a pretty dress on display at the mall.
Sounds like a good idea. But don't get those frilly girly ones, okay? Remember, you're getting older. You should be extra careful about what you wear. You don't want to embarrass yourself.
Hey, are you calling me old? If I'm a grandma, you're also a grandpa. We're the same age, so you're also aging. It's not just me.
Guys tend to grow more attractive as they get older, okay? Oh, but women, it's pretty clear when women get older. Their appearance changes dramatically. Once they're no longer young, their golden age has ended. Oh, think about it. You look so different now compared to when you were 20. Your face, your body. You seen yourself in the mirror?
Let me remind you something. I've given birth 2 times, okay? It is natural that I change. There's no point comparing myself to my past self. How can you be so harsh on my looks? I have feelings too, you know.
Okay. I just don't want to embarrass myself because of you, in front of my colleagues and my juniors. I have to maintain a good reputation in the office. Make sure you dress up properly. Make yourself look presentable, okay?
Okay, you don't have to be so worried about me embarrassing you.
Good. How about we go to see the new house the week after the next? I don't think I have plans yet, so I can make some time.
Can you tell your parents thanks on my behalf? They were a big help. Take good care of the kids while I'm away.
Good evening. I'm very sorry to text you so late. I hope you remember me from the wedding. I'm Madison, and I work for your husband, Lucas. It was a pleasure meeting you at the party. Thank you for exchanging contacts with me.
Hello, Madison. How are you? Oh, you were very thoughtful and kind to me at the wedding. It was a pleasure meeting you, too. My husband was a mess at the wedding. He was so drunk and was no use. So I'm glad you were there to help me look after him. I hope he's not causing too much trouble for you at work.
No, you don't have to thank me.
My husband is very lucky to have you working for him. He must be very proud of you. I hope you can take good care of him at work, too. He might be hard to deal with sometimes, but he's not a bad person.
I have something to apologize to you about.
I'm very sorry. Huh? What are you apologizing about? Oh, did my husband say something to you?
I'm very sorry. I betrayed your trust and had an affair. I hope you can accept my apology.
What did you just say? What affair are you talking about? I'm confused.
I am having an affair with Lucas. He's cheating on you.
Excuse me?
Didn't Lucas come home late this past year? Didn't he leave for work on the weekends saying he had to finish his project? Wasn't he always blaming his work when you got into a fight with him? But actually, it was always me. I was the reason. He was seeing me when he told you that he'll be home late or that he had to leave for work on his days off. He was having a secret affair with me. I'm his lover, and he was cheating on you all this time.
Wait a minute. What are you talking about? I can't process everything you just told me. So are you telling me that Lucas was secretly having an affair with you and that he was cheating on me?
Yes, that's what I just told you.
Why are you telling me this all of a sudden, and now it's not a secret affair between you two? What do you want from me? What's your plan? I am very confused right now, and I have no idea what's going on inside your head.
I want to end things with him. I regret what I did, and I'm very sorry.
You're not asking me to break up with him or anything? You just want to end things with him?
It's up to you whether you get a divorce with him or not. It's your choice. I don't want to manipulate you.
What do you want? What's your plan?
Lucas has always told me that he's going to get a divorce with you soon. He even promised me that he'll get together with me once he gets a divorce and told me to wait. But no matter how long I waited, he never got a divorce. When I asked him what's going on, he always told me to wait. I knew that he wasn't doing anything. I realized that he never really planned to get together with me because he didn't plan to get a divorce in the first place. I thought I shouldn't waste more of my time on him, so I decided that it was about time I leave him.
But why did you tell me everything? Would that change anything? And most importantly, I don't think it would benefit you at all. You'll be in a worse position by telling me. I might try to take advantage of you and make you suffer even more. I can't help but think you have something planned out, and telling me everything is also part of this plan.
He wasted not only my time, but also my feelings. I don't know what was the point of being with him, trusting his words like he's my master. But look at him. He's trying to keep his family, his job, and even me after everything he's done to us. I don't think it's fair at all. He should learn a lesson. He should taste his own medicine before I end things with him. He won't lose anything if I simply tell him that I want to break up. I'll make him take responsibility for his own actions. What do you think?
Not a bad idea.
I will pay you compensation money if you'd like me to, because I deserve that. If you want proof of my affair with him, I could provide you with photos of us going out together and more. I'm willing to do anything that would help you have the upper hand.
Okay.
Even if you decide not to get a divorce with Lucas, I will end things with him, so please don't worry. And we will never get back together. Again, I'm very sorry for betraying your trust. I plan to quit my job and go far away so that I'll never see him again. But I doubt Lucas would change for the better. I know he's the type of person who wouldn't change until he gets a taste of his own medicine. Even after we started having an affair, he still tried to flirt with the new female employee. I stopped him, but he might already be having an affair with someone I don't know.
Madison, I'm sorry, but can you give me a moment? I can't process all this information you just told me. I need some time to think about what to do on my own. I have to spend some time alone to come to a decision. About your plan, I'll think about it.
Okay, I get it. I bet it's overwhelming for you. I'm really sorry for everything. Please, take your time to think about it. I decided to tell you everything because of my ego. You might have not wanted to hear about all the secrets of your husband.
No, I'm glad you told me everything. I would have regretted it if I stopped you from telling me this. I deserve to know about his betrayals as his wife. I'll contact you again shortly. Can I ask you a favor? Can you not tell my husband anything until I contact you again? Keep it a secret between you and me.
Of course. Please, tell me anything you want me to do. Thank you for your time. I hope you have a good night.
Avery, I'll be home early today. My project's finally done. Do you want me to make you dinner today? It's been a while since I cooked for you.
Nope, no thanks.
No thanks? Come on, can't you be more sweet? Now I'm finally able to make some time to spend with the family. I'm trying my best to spend quality time with you as your husband. But you've been so cold to me recently. What more do you want me to do?
Really? I don't think so.
Well, you are cold to me, if you haven't realised. When I went to see our new house last week, you rarely listened to my opinions and preferences. You forcefully decided that we needed a huge kitchen and dining table. I told you so many times that it was too big for a family of four, it's a waste of space.
I'm not changing that. We are getting that kitchen and table for our new house.
Why are you so stubborn about those in particular?
Because we won't be a family of four anymore. We need a bigger kitchen and table when my parents move in with us.
What? Did you decide without telling me? What the hell? When did I ever allow that? You never told me they're planning to move in with us. I'm glad they'll be helping us pay for the loan, but I never allowed them to live with us. I was aiming for a modern, mature, and mysterious house that all adults dream to have. You're ruining my plans.
How about you build a house on your own then? I never agreed to that.
Do you think I have enough money to build a house on my own? Stop the nonsense. Hey, you're obviously harsh on me. Why are you suddenly like this? I don't know what you're upset about, but you can't just decide things on your own. You have to consult me when you make big decisions like this. I can't move in with your parents.
You don't have to because it's not your house. You're not welcome in my new house. We're getting a divorce. There's no point in listening to you.
Divorce? You mean us? What are you talking about? You lost your mind?
I know you've been having an affair with Madison, who works for you. I know that the reason why you came home early recently is because you broke up with her. Stop acting like you care for us. You decided to come back to us once she dumped you. What do you think we are? How dare you look down on us? Your behavior disgusts me. I can't stand it anymore.
What do you mean I'm having an affair with Madison? You're making no sense. Calm down, okay? Madison already quit her job. She's not working for you anymore, so there's no way we're having an affair.
You've been trying to contact her even after she quit her job, no? You told her that you wanted to meet her one last time and promised her to get a divorce with me. I know everything, okay? If you were always planning to get a divorce with me, I bet you wouldn't mind about our divorce.
I'm getting confused. Avery, you're creeping me out. You're making all this up. You're being delusional. Are you okay? Do you want me to take you to the hospital?
Stop treating me like I'm insane. I have proof. You really don't know what's going on? It's Madison who told me everything about your affair.
What? You can't be serious. She was the one who told you everything?
She said that you promised her to get a divorce with me and told her to wait, but no matter how long she waited, you never got divorced. You kept her waiting and waiting. She grew tired of you and decided to leave you. And I got tired of having you as my husband. You have lost my trust, my love, everything. I realized that I was always the one who cared for the family. I don't see any point in staying with you any longer.
Wait a minute. Listen to me. I already ended things with Maddie. There's nothing going on between us now. We don't talk anymore.
Shut up. I know you texted her a week ago.
I regret everything I did. So I decided to work hard and care for my family from now on. You're my first priority. I was trying my best to be a good husband and father.
Too late. Goodbye.
It's not too late yet. We're still a family, right? Natalie and Kevin are both still young. I don't think it's the best decision to get a divorce now.
Don't worry, the kids are used to not having you at home. They expect nothing from you. I haven't told them about your affair, obviously, but they understood when I told them that we'll be going separate ways.
There's no way they accept that. They're still kids. They need a father figure.
They told me they don't need one. Specifically, they don't need you. They know that you don't do anything at home. They've heard all the bad things you say about me when you come home.
When did I ever say so?
You made fun of my weight. You made fun of my age.
That's it. I never said anything worse.
When I was getting ready for the wedding, the kids helped me choose the accessories. They praised me. They told me I looked pretty. But do you remember what you told me?
No.
You told me that I looked like an old lady no matter what I wore. You said you were embarrassed to take me to the wedding.
I'm so sorry.
You might think they're too young to understand what's going on, but they see and feel. They're much more capable than you think. It's your fault that the kids got used to not having you at home. It is your fault that they no longer expect anything from you.
I bet you've been bad-mouthing me at home when I was away. You brainwashed them to hate me.
I have never ever said a bad thing about you at home in front of my children.
Then why do they hate me so much?
I told you, your actions and words changed them. You repeatedly broke promises and barely communicated with the kids. You were the one who was cold towards us in the first place. How can you blame me for my cold attitude? Your actions made us lose trust in you. Do you still not understand that it's all your fault?
Avery, I'm sorry for everything I did. I'll apologise to the kids as soon as I get home.
No, we don't need your apology. We'll be done moving out by the time you come home.
What?
We'll have a proper discussion about our divorce on a different day. You don't have to apologize, just do what's required in the process of getting a divorce.
I'm really sorry that I cheated on you. I'm really sorry I relied on you to do everything at home. I'm sorry I didn't help you with the housework and take care of the kids. I promise I'll change for the better.
I gave you plenty of chances. But you wasted them, betrayed us so many times, and you lost trust from the kids. We don't need someone like you in our family.
Please give me one last chance. Please, I'm begging you. Give me some time to redeem myself.
Do whatever you want, but we won't waste any of our time on you. We're too busy to deal with someone who's no longer our family. Lucas disagreed to get a divorce until the very end, and we had to take the case to court at last. But because he was the one who cheated on me, there was no chance of him winning the case. He rarely took care of the kids as well, so I was given custody to my children as well. He will be paying for compensation and child support. So he wouldn't be getting any of his shares of property. I bet he finally realized his mistake after he lost his family and lover. Apparently Madison told their boss about what really happened between them after she quit her job. And I heard that Lucas almost got fired from his position. The rumor about their affair has spread through the office, and he's lost trust from his coworkers. He seems to be having a hard time, but it's none of my business. I don't think I can forgive Madison for what she did, and I can never ever forgive my husband for all the things he did to us. I really hope he'll take responsibility for his own actions from now on. My kids and I live in an apartment right now. But after our new house is ready, we'll be moving in with my parents. I was worried that our divorce might affect my children negatively, but nothing much has changed in our lives. So they don't seem to worry much about it. Right now, they seem to be too busy looking forward to what the new house would be like and how they'll be decorating their own rooms. I will never make my kids give up on getting love and attention from their family. I promised myself to love and give attention to them as much as I can. I'll make them have a happier life than when I was still with my ex-husband. Kelvin, on your way home from work today, would you make sure to pick up some cleaning detergent and bread? Both those things look like they're running out.
Will do.
Also, the last time you bought some detergent, it was the wrong stuff. The stuff we use in this house is in the white jug, not the pink jug, okay? The smell is what's different, so don't be making the same mistake as last time.
Sorry about that. I'll make sure to get the white jug this time. I promise to be careful.
You really don't know anything about this house, Kelvin.
But in the past, you had used the pink stuff too, right?
That was in the past. But then Paige started saying that she liked the white detergent more, right? That's why we started to buy it instead of the pink. We even had that conversation right in front of you, but I guess you weren't listening at all.
You always keep the conversations to yourself, though.
Well, that time we were talking right in front of you, so listen, please.
I'm sorry.
How about you start to think about your daughter and I more often, Kelvin? This is why Paige doesn't like you all that much.
What? She really doesn't like me?
No, she does not. She's even told me not to have her laundry mixed in with yours when I put them in the washer and dryer. She doesn't want to get whatever germs and smells you have.
I've been trying my best not to cause any trouble for her.
Even if you've been trying, you smell bad and haven't done anything about it.
Now that you bring it up, I've been told before by her not to get within 3 feet of her.
I'm sure she would say something like that. You are her father, yet she can't even respect you as such.
Well, I've been trying to do my best, with whatever I can do, to make sure I'm not disturbing anyone. And back when she was in elementary and middle school, I made sure to go to all her events to support her. I even made sure to never say anything rude to her. Back then, she would always listen to me too. When I'd ask her to come home right after school finished, she'd do so. But ever since she got into high school, she stopped listening to me and doesn't seem to want anything to do with me.
And that's because there is nothing she respects about you anymore. You barely make a decent paycheck and you don't even look that good anymore. To her, all you are is some strange old man. I think she has every right to start hating you, Kelvin. Don't you?
A strange old man? I'm sure, considering my age, I am an old man to her.
Even I let out a sigh every once in a while when comparing you to other husbands in the area. You've started to lose a lot of your hair, and you always look a little dirty.
I can't help the fact that I'm balding now.
Anyhow, just know that I agree with her for hating you. I guess the only thing you can really try to do now is not annoy the both of us too much, and then I won't have to talk to you like this again. And the only other thing we ask of you is to keep making money, because that's all you really can do anymore.
Don't you feel a little bit rude saying something like that about me?
I'm just being honest is all. Besides making money, do you think you have anything else special about yourself?
Molly? I'm sorry.
About what?
I really want you to take a deep breath and listen to what I have to say.
Seriously? What is all of this about? You're starting to scare me a little.
The company that I've been working for, well, they just went bankrupt. And that now means that everyone who was working there is being laid off.
Huh? Then what are you going to do?
Well, that's the first thing I'll do is file for unemployment.
You're telling me you're just going to be unemployed now?
That's what's happening. But for a few months, I'll be getting paid unemployment, as well as a small amount from the company.
What the heck, Kelvin? There's no way this is happening right now.
It'll be all right, Molly. I'm going to get right back out there and start looking for a new job again, so you and Paige don't have to worry about a thing.
Well, of course you're getting back out there. Jesus, I can't believe any of this.
But I've made sure that things like Paige's college fund and all that have been left untouched, so we don't have to worry about that. Just for a little while, we'll be relying on unemployment and that small package from the company.
You're saying that like everything will actually be all right. Do you have any idea how bad this timing is?
I'm sorry, Molly.
I really messed up marrying a man like you. The only thing worthwhile about you was the fact that you had a stable job that you made almost decent money from, and now that's gone. With this, there's no point to you anymore, is there?
You really shouldn't be saying something like that.
Hey, if you're going to be unemployed for a while now, then you're going to start taking care of everything in this house. Up until now, I've done a very good job of being the housewife. But I was only doing all of that because you had a job and were actually working. However, now that you don't have a job, I'm not going to bother with all these chores and crap.
Understood.
What's even worse now is that you'll be around the house a whole lot more. This is going to drive me insane. You better make sure to find that new job as fast as possible, Kelvin. Once you finish with all your chores for the day, you use the rest of your time looking for that job.
All right.
You're only going to be making Paige hate you more now. This time you might even have done it to yourself by killing off whatever love she had remaining for you.
Because I've lost my job?
What other reason would there be? You have no right of being in this house if you're not going to be working a job anymore. Perhaps I'll use all of this as a way of starting my hunt for a new husband.
Huh? What are you talking about right now?
Well, come on now, Kelvin. A husband that's useless to his wife and a father who is no longer loved by his daughter? I think I'm better off finding myself a much younger and more wealthy man to marry than you.
What makes you think you can say that to me right now?
Because I've been wanting to say that for some time now. You have nothing fun or enjoyable about you, nor have you ever made more than $60,000 a year. And now you've just told me you're unemployed? I'm really starting to wonder if you're taking my life and Paige's life seriously right now.
And like I've been saying, I never wanted to create any problems for you both. Or at least, that's not the plan.
Well, right now you're causing us all kinds of trouble. Also, unlike you, I have actually been taking really good care of myself. I bet if I put myself out there on any of those dating apps, all kinds of young men would come running to me asking to be my husband.
Would you just stop it with those kind of jokes? Molly, I feel really bad about getting laid off by that bankrupt company. But I promise that even now, I'll make things work in order to take care of you and Paige.
You really are so miserable. Getting laid off when you're middle-aged, how embarrassing. There is really no more worth to you anymore. I'll make sure to tell Paige all about what's happened here today. If she starts to say awful things to you about yourself, don't try and stop her because it's all the truth. Kelvin, I'm not going to need dinner tonight.
I see. Thanks for letting me know that. Does that mean that Paige won't need any dinner either?
I just told you that I don't need anything for dinner. And Paige would never stay at home to eat dinner alone with you. Why couldn't you connect those two dots together just then?
That's a good point.
And now, since you won't be making us anything for dinner, I'd like you to start getting things packed up for us when you get home.
Things packed up for you guys?
Actually, I'm referring to your things.
What? What are you talking about, Molly?
You really are so bad at reading the air. I'm telling you to get the hell out of the house. You and I are going to be getting a divorce.
Are you really being serious with me right now?
Very, very serious, Kelvin. And you have to understand after all that's happened this month that divorce was coming, right? You lost your job and became unemployed. And you still haven't found a new job yet, even though it's been 30 days since then.
Since then, I've had a lot of paperwork to fill out and things to work on. Also, you were asking me to find jobs with certain salaries and benefits, but in this area, there were no jobs that fit what you wanted.
I'm not here to listen to your excuses. I want you out of the house. So go.
I understand that I shouldn't have the dignity of being your husband and a father, and that for the past month you both haven't been able to rely on me that much. But this whole time I have thought of you both as the most important people in my life. I always have.
You can think of us however you'd like, but both Paige and myself don't want to live with a man like you in this house. Paige has even told me she doesn't want to be seen breathing the same air as you either.
That's a really heartbreaking thing to say about one's own father.
Just shut up already. Now you get your parasitic old ass out of the house. Go!
Parasitic?
That's what you're going to be described as now. Paige started calling you that, so I thought that I'd join her in using it. By having you continue to live with the both of us, our savings will continue to drain away. We don't need some useless old man in this house anymore, if all he's going to do is use up our money.
But all of that money happened to be the same money I brought into this house.
Excuse me? I was the one that helped save some of it up, so it's both our money. Also, as of right now, Paige is out looking for her own job. Having an unemployed man like you in this house will only spell bad luck for the both of us as we try and save money up. You are in both of our ways, so hurry up and get lost already. There is literally no merit to living with you anymore.
But after you and I get this divorce, what will you do? Will you go out and find a job yourself?
You have a lot of nerve being worried about me even after the divorce happens, Kelvin. But you really don't have to worry about me. I happen to have myself an amazing person now.
Huh? Have you been cheating on me?
I just said that I have an amazing person right now, didn't I? Him and I haven't done anything personal yet. But it'll only be a matter of time until we do start to get physical with one another.
I see. I understand everything now.
You never had the right to say yes or no to this divorce in the first place, so you should have understood all of this from the start. Also, the remainder of Paige's tuition and such will all be handled by me. That means I'll be taking all that money you had saved up for her.
All right, I'll leave you to handle all of that.
So this means you'll be out of the house by the end of the day, right? It's not like you have a lot of things to pack up to begin with, so you can make this very quick and simple. Now get going and leave the house. We can talk about things like the divorce and all that later on. Kelvin, long time no see.
Is this your number, Molly?
What? Did you go and delete all of my contact information from your phone or something?
I did. I was assuming I'd never need to talk to you again, and that the same went for you. Didn't you say something along those lines back when we had our divorce? And how you never wanted me talking to you or Paige ever again. That's why I went ahead and deleted both of your contact details from my phone.
I suppose I did say something like that. I went ahead and left your information in my phone, though.
Oh, is that right then? But it's not like you ever needed to do that, right? You are totally fine to go ahead and delete my information now as well, if you want.
Listen, Kelvin, ever since the divorce, I've had some time to relax and take a few days to think about things.
Think about what things? Anything that have to do with me?
Well, of course, things that have to do with you.
We are already divorced, though, and that chapter of our lives has ended. You shouldn't be thinking about anything that has to do with me anymore.
I'm sorry, Kelvin. You can come back to us after all, please. After having you out of the house for a few months, both myself and Paige have come to understand just how important you really were. Also, I heard this from one of my friends. You ended up finding yourself a new job in a very large company? Since you're working full-time again, Paige is even saying you're more than welcome to come back home. So, what do you think about living with us one more time?
What? I'm still unemployed though, Molly.
Huh? So you're not working yet?
That's right. Back when I had you both, I felt obligated to work all the time in order to take care of you guys. But ever since I became single again, I don't really feel the need to stress myself anymore. I still have the money that was in my savings, and I'm still getting unemployment. So with that money, I've decided to take things slowly and think long and hard about what I really want to do next.
What? But I heard all about this from one of your old coworkers. They told me you're working overseas right now.
That is true actually. However, I wouldn't call this work or anything. Rather, I'd call it helping out. I left the States to go out and relax a little, and that's when I ran into another American and we began to bond with one another. Right now I'm with her, and by helping her, she helps pay for me to stay here. A little while ago, I had done a video call with some of my old coworkers. They must have thought that I was actually working and making money here or something.
But the fact that you're still overseas is really cool. I never knew you wanted to get out of the US and explore things like that. Are you able to speak any other language besides English?
Back when I was working at that previous company, there were a few foreigners working with me as well. They taught me Spanish and French, and now I'm able to speak pretty conversationally in both.
Is that right? Hey, would it be all right if I joined you as well?
What? Why?
Because to me, you're very important.
The only thing that's important to you is money, right? A little while back, I got a few calls from Paige about it as well. She told me about how you used up some of those savings that were meant to pay off Paige's tuition.
What?
I heard about this from Paige as well, but she was saying that your other man had ended up running away from you, right? That really sucks, doesn't it?
You're wrong, Kelvin. All of that has nothing to do with this. I was already starting to realize that he wasn't cut out for me. And that was before he left me. I began to realize that you're far better at being my husband than he could ever be.
What are you talking about, Molly? You're making it seem like you're okay now after all that's happened. And how could I say that I am far off better at being your husband than him, when the whole time I was with you, you constantly belittled me and made me feel unwanted?
I never did anything like that.
Oh, please. Every day was that way with you. You were always letting me know that besides the fact that I was making money, there was nothing else about me worthwhile to you. And yet, even with you always saying things like that to me, I still stuck around. I had plenty of memories from back when you and Paige were kind to me and enjoyed my presence to keep me going.
I'm really sorry. I did a lot of terrible things to you. But right now, I've really thought about all of that and changed. So please, come home to us. Or better yet, I can come out there and be with you.
And what would Paige do at that point?
She's in college now, right? Oh, she can manage all of that by herself now. She's even been out of the house since yesterday. I'm sure to her, she doesn't really need me anymore.
I see. I'm happy to see that money I gave Paige is going to good use then.
What?
I made sure to send Paige whatever amount of money you took from her and that college fund.
Why did you do that? You're going to be that nice to a little bratty girl that said and did so many mean things to you?
There were a lot of days where the things she said and did shocked the hell out of me. But just because she had that attitude with me doesn't take away the fact that she's still my daughter. I'm sure that's pretty soft of me to say that after all I've been through. But I was a little bit worried that if I didn't help her out at least this last time, not only would she regret things, but so would I.
Then why don't you help me out as well? If things don't change for me, then I won't be able to manage anymore.
So within 2 months, you blew through all the money that you got in the divorce and dipped your fingers into your daughter's college fund. That's pretty freaking bad of you, Molly.
I was a real idiot back then. I took advantage of how nice you were to Paige and I, and that's why things are the way they are now.
It's too late now, though. You told me to leave because I was no more use to you, right? But then, when you're in trouble, you have the nerve to be asking for me to come back and help you? No way, that's not how things work. You should know that by now. And if you don't, then let me teach you right now.
I'm so very sorry, Kelvin. I'm asking you, please, Kelvin. From now on, I'll do anything you ask of me. I won't ever belittle you again or make fun of you. I will make sure every word that comes out of my mouth is something kind when talking to you.
I'm sorry. After becoming single, I've thought about things a lot myself. From now on, I want to take big strides into making a new life for myself.
And I'm telling you that you're very important to me, Kelvin.
But I know deep down, I'm just not that important to you.
What?
I mean, it was you who was always using all the money I made and put into the house, right? Yet you'd still tell me I wasn't making enough for you. And then you took any money I did want to use and put it towards yourself. You would use all the money to treat yourself to all kind of nice foods and branded clothing.
You knew about all of that?
But even with all that in mind, I always told myself that if that's what made our family work, then I couldn't complain. And at the time, I never really had any hobbies or anything to be spending all that money on anyways.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I promise to never spend all your money like that again. I'll make sure to help you save that money up, so please give me one more chance.
Back when the company went bankrupt, things were really difficult for me. But even with all the anxiety I was feeling, all the pain and everything in my gut, you told me I was worth nothing to the family. And you even went ahead and told me later you found yourself an amazing person. I'm not stupid enough to let a woman like you get one more chance with me, right?
That wasn't how I really felt back then. I was just trying to act tough was all. Please, Kelvin, please come back and help me. I can't do any of this on my own anymore. I've always been a housewife, and there's no way someone like myself can find and work a job now.
All of that done and said, and yet you still think I'd want you back? You really must need to be taught a good lesson in how things really work. It's not healthy for you to keep thinking you can sit there and beg others to do everything for you. That's why I don't think it's worth helping you anymore. And I've actually learned that you of all people weren't worth anything to me that whole time. After that, I continued to get call after call, text after text from my ex, so I went ahead and just blocked her number for good. We had already finished everything that had to do with our divorce and splitting of property, so there was really no reason for me to leave her unblocked in the first place. Later on, my ex was no longer able to pay the bills for the house, and soon all the water and electricity was cut off and she couldn't live there anymore. And as for the money she got from me in the divorce, it was all used on her boyfriend within the first 2 months. As of right now, I'm not really sure at all about how she's living or even where she's living, but I never ever want to hear from her or see her again. When it comes to myself, I ended up being hired by the company my American friend I met overseas was running. And even now, I'm living overseas, enjoying my new life outside the US. And when we would talk about my daughter, we recently begun talking to one another every so often again about our lives. Having only graduated from college just a few weeks ago, she is finally starting to understand how hard it is to find a job and work full time. This made her understand just how horrible she was being back when living with me by saying all those hurtful things about me, and since then she's felt very sorry for all of it. But even with her feeling sorry, that's not going to help my already scared heart fully heal. I asked that after my daughter had gotten settled in with her work and everything, to start paying me back all the money I sent her. I told her that if she really didn't have it in her to, she didn't have to send that money back, but she told me she would as another way of showing that she understands just how horrible of a daughter she was in the past. After she's paid me back every penny I gave her, I'm thinking of going back to the US for a little bit to see her and talk with her face to face. I really don't want to make my new life all about myself. Even though I had lost my family for a bit, I still want to keep my daughter around me. Up until now, we really haven't talked about anything deep, but when I get back and see her face to face, I think we should sit down and let everything we feel out. Then the both of us can be detoxed and only have to worry about making new lives we have the best they can be for ourselves.
Oh man, what a day it's been. I feel like I can't get any sleep at all these days. Maybe if that little brat weren't keeping me up with all that incessant crying. When are you going to learn to keep quiet? I really need you to figure this out fast because I can't keep losing my sleep like this.
I don't know what you want me to do, Neil. I mean, I really am trying my best, but you're treating me like it's all my fault. You know that I'm the one actually getting out of bed to try and put the baby to sleep. But I'm really too tired, Neil.
Oh please, you just stay at home all day. How can you tell me you're tired? You probably take naps all the time while I'm at work. You have no idea how easy you have it when you don't have to go into the office. You can't just sleep all day, so don't complain to me about the night. But you need to make sure that the baby isn't sleeping during the day so it can sleep properly at night.
I understand what you're saying, and I really am trying my best. But we are dealing with a baby only 6 months old here. It's not that easy trying to keep it awake when I want it to be. And sometimes the baby sleeps all through the day with no problems at all.
Your fault for letting the baby sleep all day. That's why it cries so much at night. You need to keep him awake so he isn't up all night.
But if I don't let him have his naps, then he'll just keep crying all day. And if we have a baby that's crying all day, then maybe the neighbors are going to think that we're doing something wrong.
I don't care what anyone thinks at this point. Just so long as we can get the kid to finally shut up. It's been like this day after day, and I'm sick of it. I tried asking my boss, who has a kid, for some help. I told him all about how our kid cries during the night and asked him if that wasn't unusual.
Well, we also went and talked to a doctor about this, and he said that this was all normal. He also said that crying at night might still continue even up to our baby being 2 years old. I think we're just going to have to put up with this while the kids are little, but I don't think there's anything bad going on.
Well, it's getting me really stressed out every single day. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to put up with this for another month at this rate.
Well, maybe we should just sleep in separate rooms for the time being.
I don't see how that would really work for me since I would still need to be in the house. Man, I wish I had some kind of soundproof room. Then I could just go and send you and the baby to go sleep there every night.
Well, you know that we don't have the money to do anything like that. We'll just have to work with what we do have.
But how are we supposed to go on like this? Our walls are too thin. I really don't know what we're supposed to do.
I don't think there's anything that we can do. We just have to get through this.
No, that can't be right. There has to be something. Surely you're just screwing up and doing something wrong.
I really don't think that I'm doing anything out of the ordinary for taking care of a kid.
But this is your first time taking care of one, right? Maybe you're not holding the baby right when you put him down to bed.
I learned all that I'm doing from my parents while I was visiting them to give birth. And I'm pretty sure that I'm doing it all okay, but I think our son just has to get this out of his system.
So what? You're saying that it's all our kid's fault? I knew it. I knew he was weird. It's because you had him too late. You held him too long, and now he's just a little freak. How could you do this?
Neil, do not talk about our son that way. He may cry a lot, but that doesn't make him a freak. The doctor said that this was totally normal. I think we just have to be patient.
This is horrible. We should never have had kids. I never would have wanted this if I knew it was going to be this way.
What is the matter with you, Neil? I know that you're stressed out, but I don't think there's any need to talk like that. All parents have to overcome this, but it passes with time.
But you don't get it. This is the time of the year at the office where I really wanted to try and prove myself. I've been trying to take on more work so that my boss will notice how much I've been doing. And when I come home, all I want to do is rest. And just know that if I ever did find out that our son came out wrong, I will be taking you to court over it.
Neil, you're just being ridiculous right now. How would that even work? I'm sorry, but I think that we should maybe stop talking to each other until you get back home. But good luck with work. We'll get through this together. Hey, Neil. I know that it's your day off tomorrow, so I was wondering if you wanted to go and do the shopping with me? I was also thinking that we could go to the outlet mall, too.
Tomorrow? Well, yeah, it's my day off.
Great. I was thinking that we could buy some cute summer clothes for the baby and for ourselves. It's just been so long since I feel like the two of us got to leave the house together.
Sure, but there really isn't any reason for me to go with you. I mean, why can't you just go by yourself?
Oh, you mean that you don't want to come with me to do this?
No, I really don't want to go at all.
Oh, well, I see. Well, in that case, maybe I'll just order some clothes online. It's too hot to leave the house anyways.
But if you order them online, how are you going to know if they fit or not? I think you should go in person and check.
But I really would like it if you came along with me. I was hoping to get clothes for all of us and want you to pick out something for yourself.
No, I think you should know my style pretty well. I'm sure you'll find something good. You can go and do this all by yourself. I don't really feel like wasting my days off with a lame shopping trip.
I see. So then you're going to stay at the house and take care of the kid while I go out shopping then? I shouldn't be that long, maybe a couple hours at the most?
Oh, come on. Are you serious? If you're going to leave the house, the least you could do is take the kid with you. I'd like to be able to relax while you're gone.
Neil, you know how difficult it is taking Junior out, don't you? I'd have to pack a whole bag of things for him just for a little trip. And in this heat, dealing with all of that would just be too much, not to mention what the heat would do to Junior.
If that's what you're worried about, then why not go and do all the shopping in the evening when it cools down?
Because I wanted to go to a few stores in the grocery store as well. I don't want to have to do all of this shopping when it's already dark. I'm just asking you to watch our kid for a little bit. Is it really that big of a deal? I mean, it feels like you hardly spend any time at all with Junior these days. I think that you should watch him.
I am telling you that I want to be home by myself where I can rest in peace. I am going to sleep or watch TV or do whatever I want and not have to worry about some crying kid.
But you never even get up when Junior does cry. I'm always the one putting him back to sleep. Not only that, but you're usually the one that goes out and does the shopping. So can't we please do this together?
Nah, I don't really feel like doing that. You can go by yourself and take care of that.
Look, Neil, you can either help me watch Junior or you can help me run errands, but I am asking for your help, so please pick one. Because I know that you're tired and stressed, but I am also starting to hit my limits, so please just give me a hand.
And why should I have to do that, huh? Why me? You were the one that had to go and give birth to that kid.
Are you serious? I literally don't even know what to say to something like that. You know it takes two to make a baby, right?
Well, I don't ever remember saying that I wanted a kid.
You definitely did. It was something that we talked about for a long time.
I didn't. I'm telling you, I don't remember saying a word to you.
How could you say something like that? Are you really going to act this way just because things are a little challenging right now? I can't believe you're acting this way.
You have no idea what you're talking about. And anyways, I have an important meeting tomorrow and have to make sure that I get all materials ready. So I don't have time to run any stupid errands with you, or to stay at home with the crying little brat either. In fact, this work was given to me personally by my boss.
This wouldn't happen to be the one I met, is it, Mr. Henderson?
Oh, so you do remember him. Him and his wife came over to eat dinner at our house once. He's actually the nephew of the current company president, and there are rumors that he's next in line to take over. So that's why I'm trying to get in his good graces now, so that when he's in charge, I'll be on his good side already. And that's why I need to make sure that I get everything just perfect for work tomorrow.
That's kind of interesting because Mr. Henderson never really struck me as someone to drive his staff too hard. If anything, I remember him saying that he really didn't try and give out overtime or weekend work. Are you sure that he'd really be happy to know that you took all this time on the weekend to still do work? I feel like if anything, he might not actually think that's a good thing.
You have no idea what you're talking about. Besides, I'll tell him that I did all the work on Friday. It's not like he's checking in on what I'm doing at home.
Sure, but I just wish that you weren't always bringing your work home with you. It would be different if we weren't married, but we are, and we have a child as well. So you can't concentrate completely on work and forget about the family that you have waiting for you at home, you know?
You say that now, but just wait until I get some big promotion for all my hard work. Then you'll see what I've been working toward this whole time. I'm doing this for the family. I'm doing this for Junior. I'm taking all the work I can do to earn my place here.
Hey, Neil, are you there? I think that something is wrong with the front door. For some reason, my key can't seem to unlock it. Are you home right now? Could you come and open the door for me, please? I think that we might have to go to a locksmith soon to get this solved.
Oh, I really don't think there's going to be any need to do that at all. You see, the door isn't broken. I just made it so you couldn't get in.
And just what do you mean by that? What did you do to it?
I already told, and you and the baby are banned from stepping foot in this house.
Excuse me? Just what do you mean by that? What's the matter with you?
Nothing is the matter with me, except for the fact that I want a good night's sleep. And I'm not going to be kept up all night by that child's wailing. So while you were out, I had the locks replaced on all the doors. You two can sleep outside tonight for all I care.
You mean you actually had the locks changed on our door, all so that you could get some sleep? Are you really going to make your own wife and child sleep out here for that reason?
You don't think that my sleep is important enough to merit that? This is going to be the first time in a long time that I'll sleep with no distractions. And then I'll be able to go to work ready to tackle any challenge and finally get that promotion.
If you really want to sleep that badly, then why don't you go somewhere? I mean, would it be so bad for you to go and just sleep at a hotel for a few nights?
You think that I'm going to waste money on a hotel room when I can just do this instead? If you don't want to sleep outside so badly, then why don't you go? You could go and stay at a hotel or maybe your parents' place or something like that.
Come on, you know that I don't have the time to go all the way out to stay with them. I mean, even if I flew, it would still take me a few hours to reach them.
Well then, I guess it sounds to me like you and Junior are spending the night outside then. Maybe you can go and try to find a bench at the park.
You're just horrible. How could you do this to your own family?
Well, what else did you really expect from not being able to make that kid stop crying? Since you weren't going to fix it, I knew that I had to take things into my own hands.
You really have no idea what you're talking about at all. There is nothing to fix. Babies crying is completely normal. You just couldn't be patient enough to wait this out. You're in the wrong here.
Of course I couldn't wait. You think I'm going to let my sleep be ruined for years, all for some baby? I'm not going to just sit there and let him rob me of my sleep, all because he doesn't know how to stop crying. And since I knew he was going to do it anyways, I figured that I might as well let him do that outside.
You are really taking this whole thing too far right now. I mean, how could you throw us out like this? What are you going to do if something happens to us, huh?
I don't think that you have anything to worry about. I mean, it's summer now. It's not like you two are going to freeze to death.
But what about the heat? You realize that it's still hot even at night, don't you? Babies can't control their temperature as well as adults can, and that's why Junior needs to be inside.
Oh, please, you're fine. Just keep him out of the sun, and nothing is going to happen. Besides, you're just getting him used to what it's like to be out in the heat. You really shouldn't be spoiling him like you're always doing, you know?
I am not spoiling anyone. I am only trying to make sure that the baby is safe and healthy. I'm sure that your parents worried just as much about you while you were growing up. Why are you even acting like this? I just don't understand why you're doing this.
Because if I have to go to work without enough sleep, do you think I'll work well? No, of course, I don't. It ruins my whole day and keeps me from getting anything worthwhile done. You have no idea how hard it is to be out working every single day. I mean, do you realize that if I didn't work, that we wouldn't have our lives? So how about you just get off my back for once?
You really are just so selfish. Do you even realize that? But fine, if this is how you want to do things, then be that way.
That was the plan. But just know that no matter how much you beg, I'm not going to let you back in the house. I'm finally going to get a full night's sleep. Hey, what the heck is going on? Where did you two go?
Well, I didn't see why Junior and I should spend the night outside, so I went to go and see your boss.
Oh, give me a break. Are you serious? You know that he called me, right? Why would you go to his house?
I only went to his house to talk about what you've been doing. I told him about how you threw us out.
Why would you go and tell him all of that? What is the matter with you? I don't think I've ever heard Mr. Henderson so upset with me before in my life.
Well, I only told him what you did to us, so if you're upset he's mad at you, you can only blame yourself.
I have been working so hard to carry favor with him for so long. I have been taking on all the extra work to try to impress him. Do you have any idea just how far back you've set me? You've ruined everything.
Right, but you were just putting on an act as a good employee, weren't you? You know that Mr. Henderson could see right through your act, right? He knew exactly what you were up to. So I'm afraid that you were already ruining your reputation for him all by yourself. And any goodwill you might have built up being a hard worker is all gone now.
But it's all because you had to go and visit him at his home and tattle on me. This has nothing to do with work at all.
I'm sorry, but I think your boss is the kind of person that cares about the character of his staff more than anything else. I mean, anyone can do a job, but the kind of person reflects on the business a lot. And now Mr. Henderson knows that he can't trust you any farther than he can throw you.
I can't believe you would do this to me. All of my hard work down the drain. I was going to make it rich and take care of you all.
I don't want anything to do with you anymore, Neil. In fact, I want a divorce from you.
Wait, you can't be serious. You really want to divorce me? Why would you say that?
By the way, you should know that your parents are going to be coming to the house tomorrow to take you back home with them.
Why are you telling all of these people what I've done? It's none of their business.
Well, you weren't listening to anything that I had to tell you, so I realized I had to bring in people who you would listen to. But both your boss and your parents agree that this is something you've done all by yourself. Especially Mr. Henderson. He really sympathized with me because he has 4 children already.
I don't care how many children he has. It was not your place to do this to me. Why are you always trying to sabotage my life?
You said yourself that you could only concentrate on your work as long as I kept the house clean, and then you kicked me out. I don't think you mean a word of any of what you said. You just make excuses for what's convenient for you in the moment.
I don't want to hear it from you. You ruined everything. I should have just driven you up a mountain and left you there.
And just what impression do you think you're giving to your boss when you say that? After all, I'm showing him your texts right now.
Wait, you mean that you're still with him right now?
Oh yes, him and his wife, and she is just furious that someone like you is even allowed to work in the same office as her husband. Anyway, Mr. Henderson is going to take us to a hotel where we'll spend the night. It sounds like you have a lot on your plate, so I'll leave you to it and send the divorce papers in the mail. Have a nice life, Neil.
No, you just can't leave me like this. What's the matter with you? How could you do this to me? You won't get away with this. I'm serious, Tabitha.
After that, I ignored my phone for the rest of the night. Mr. Henderson apologized the whole time for my husband's actions on the way to the hotel. I told him that he had nothing to apologize to me for at all. But after how upset his wife got, he knew that he would have to do something. He used his connections to demote Neil and put him in the basement where he'll have no chance of getting ahead. As for me, I called my parents and asked if I could stay with them while I get back on my feet. Since then, I've started working again while my parents take care of Junior. They were much more understanding about his crying, which actually ended up stopping just a couple of months later. I wish that Neil didn't act the way that he did, but I'm just glad that our divorce and custody agreement went smoothly and that I'll never have to see him again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Hey, Sally, are you there? I just wanted to thank you for packing my lunch today. You know, thanks to you, everyone at the office is always jealous of what I'm eating.
Thank you for saying that, Lawrence. I'm sorry that I couldn't do more for your lunch today.
What are you talking about? I think you did it great. I just feel lucky to have a wife who's willing to pack my lunches. I remember when I was eating things from the grocery store on my lunch break, and this is way better.
Yeah, I can imagine how you might get bored eating out every single time for lunch. But just let me know if you ever do want to buy your lunch instead, and I'll be sure not to pack a lunch for you that day. After all, I'm sure you get bored of my cooking now and then.
It's not that I get bored of your cooking, but sometimes there are office outings and lunches and other stuff. I'll be sure to let you know if I don't need a lunch next time, though. By the way, you did a great job with this lunch. But there's actually just one more thing that I'd like you to do instead next time.
Oh, really? Sure. What would you like me to do next time?
Well, the thing is, I think you packed quite a few foods from the freezer in here as well as some leftovers from last night. So maybe next time you can try and make something a little more fresh and not just what we've already made.
Oh, right. I'm sorry about that. I was kind of in a hurry today, so like I said, I just ended up throwing that lunch together. But next time I shouldn't be so rushed. I'll be sure to make you something special then.
Thank you so much. The lunches are just always so much better when I know that you made them the same day. Also, I think I want to try getting into soups, so you might want to go out and buy a thermos or something for me as well.
Got it. I will be sure and pick up everything you need the next time that I go to the store. I'll be sure to pick you out a nice thermos as well. By the way, do you know about what time you'll be coming home?
I think I should be getting out of here at the usual time, so I should be home at the normal time as well. Oh, and something else. I would really like some fish and vegetables for dinner tonight, if you think you can manage that.
Yeah, I'll be sure to get something going and have it ready for you tonight. Also, I was wondering if we were going to be visiting your parents this summer. I was thinking we could bring them some fruit or something if we went.
Oh, right. I don't really think we'll really have to do that.
Oh, I see. But I thought that you were going to go and visit your parents this year to mark the passing of your grandparents. Actually, if possible, I think I'd like to go and visit my parents' graves as well.
I'm not sure if we'll be able to do that this summer. I think if we went to go and see my parents, we should probably stay with them the whole time. But maybe we can find another time to go and see your parents' graves.
But surely we should have time to make it to see them in the afternoon, right?
I would really prefer to just take the time to be with my family and not run around everywhere. Besides, you know that my mom likes to have us over for dinner as well.
Oh, right. Well, I guess that makes sense. Okay then. I guess we'll go and visit my parents another day.
I'm sorry, but yeah, I think that would be best. But either way, you're a housewife. It's not like you don't have plenty of time every day to yourself. Maybe you could just go and visit the graves yourself while you're free one day. Hey Sally, I'm sitting down for lunch right now, and what the heck is this soup? I thought you said that you were going to get up in time to make me a proper lunch, but this one tastes really weird.
Oh yeah, I'm really sorry. We ran out of the broth that I usually use, so I had to replace it with some powder instead.
Come on, what is the matter with you? You're a housewife. You stay at home all day. How could you forget to get all the ingredients you would need to cook for me?
I really am sorry about this, Lawrence. It was a genuine accident.
I'm sorry, but you're going to need to do better than just apologize to me.
I really don't think that soup should be all that big of a deal. Do you?
It's not just about the soup, Sally. It's much, much bigger than this. You've been screwing up more and more lately. I just wish you'd take your chores a bit more seriously.
I really am sorry about this morning and the soup, but Lawrence, I feel like you've changed a bit since we got married. I don't know, before you would always just laugh stuff like this off and let it go.
Well, that was when you and I were dating, isn't that right? Of course things are going to change now that we're married.
But it feels like you've gotten colder, meaner since we got married. I mean, everyone makes mistakes, so why are you letting this upset you so much?
Sally, you do know that I go to work every single day, right? I work so that we can have a roof over our heads and food on our table. What do you do that makes you think you can talk to me this way, huh?
I really wasn't trying to talk down to you or anything like that, if that's what it felt like.
All I'm saying is that a woman like you should really learn the proper way to treat her husband. The only response that you should be giving me at all is, yes, got it.
Lawrence, come on. You can't honestly think that's a fair way to go about this, right?
There you go again, talking back to me. I guess this means you've just lost $100.
I've lost $100? What does that even mean? What are you talking about?
Every time you talk back to me and argue with me, I'm going to give you $100 less to live on. So you'd better choose your words carefully.
Wait a second. You're going to punish me for talking to you by making me live on less and less?
There goes another $100 for you.
How can you do this to me? I haven't even done anything wrong. Why are you doing this?
I'm doing this so that you can finally learn how to be a good wife. I'm sick and tired of earning for a wife that doesn't show any gratitude to her husband.
But we take care of each other. It's not just you taking care of me, you know.
Oh, really?
then why is it that I'm the one who has to go into an office and work every single day to make money for us? All you do is sit around the house barely keeping it in running order while I'm out working myself to the bone. I'm sorry, but no matter how you try and parse this out, going to work 8 hours a day in an office is much worse than being a pampered housewife. So I think that any husband in my position, having to put up with a screw-up wife like you, would do the same thing.
Lawrence, please, I am really sorry that I forgot to buy everything that I needed at the store. But since I've already apologized, I don't see why you have to go through with this.
You really just don't get it, do you? You don't have a say in how you get punished. In fact, I'm going to take away $500 more from you. Next month, you're only getting $300.
$300? You mean you expect me to buy all the groceries, pay for the utilities, and everything else for $300?
That's right. Do you have a problem with that, Sally?
Well, it's just that I don't think that's going to be possible with so little money.
You do realize that all you're doing right now is complaining to me even more, don't you? You'll just have to learn to work with what I'm giving you.
Please, Lawrence, I really think that you need to give me more money if you want me to keep taking care of the house. I mean, you realize that if I don't have more money that I won't be able to cook lunches that you'll enjoy, right?
And now, after all this, you dare and try to threaten me? I guess talking to me just wasn't enough for you, was it? But I'm not about to let myself get fooled by your tricks.
I'm not trying to trick you at all. I am telling the truth.
You know, you should consider yourself lucky that someone like me is even bothering to take care of some little orphan like you. I guess your parents must have died before they taught you how to be grateful to those providing to you. But let's make one thing clear. I married you because I thought you were quiet and could take care of the house.
Do you really mean that? Are those the only reasons that you wanted to marry me?
What are you talking about? Those are really important reasons. You don't make too much noise, and you do all right enough with the house to allow me to focus on my work.
I mean, I guess that's true, but I really don't like the way that you're talking to me.
You keep trying to make yourself the victim while blaming me, and you can't even see how horrible it is that you're really being. But no matter how nice and patient I am with you, you just refuse to learn. Well, now I'm going to have to train you until you do everything perfectly. So you better be prepared to live off $300 for the next month. I'd start saving my money now if I were you. Hey, I just want to let you know that I'm done with my work and I'm coming home now. And I don't want to be eating any leftovers for dinner tonight. So if you try to serve me what we ate last night, you're going to be in big trouble.
Lawrence, you've only given me $300 for the whole month. I can really only afford to make large meals and then spread them out over the week.
I didn't ask for any excuses. I just told you what I want to eat. Now you need to learn what it means to be a good housewife and quit acting like this.
I'm not acting like anything. You just haven't given me enough money.
Well, what about my dinner? What are you going to be making me tonight?
Well, we have some chicken that I was thinking of making into cutlets, maybe some vegetables.
Oh my gosh, what is with the Great Depression or something? Why are we eating like poor people? Honestly, just reading those messages was enough to make me lose my appetite. Is this all a game to you or something like that?
Lawrence, please, I've been skipping lunch just so that there would be enough food for us for dinner.
And why do you think that that's my problem? I told you that you're the house, and you need to figure out how to make the budget work. Besides, I wouldn't have had to take money away from you if you weren't always talking back to me.
I really am trying my best with what you've given me, but the fact is that we need more money if we want to eat well.
Okay, yeah, sure thing. I guess that's another $100 you're not getting now. So you'll have an even harder time next month. I mean, what is with you? Were you not paying attention in school? Did you hit your head when you were a kid or something?
Okay, you know what? If you don't want to eat it, then you don't have to. And since you have all the money that I'd normally spend on groceries, why don't you just go out for dinner?
Excuse me? Just what has gotten into you, Sally?
I mean that I have put a lot of thought into these meals to make the most out of what you gave me. I clipped coupons, went to the stores late to try and catch things being marked down. And I did my best not to waste any of the food that I came with, and even then you still have complaints for me.
You really are just unbelievable sometimes. Do you know that? I mean, really, what am I going to do with you? You can kiss another 300 goodbye. How dare you talk to me like this after I've had a long, hard day at the office? But fine, if this is how you're going to be, then I will go and eat it. I'll go and eat a nice fancy meal all by myself and come home. How do you like that?
Sounds good to me.
And you can just throw out that disgusting slop that you were going to try and feed me tonight. Don't you dare have any though. If I'm not eating, then you can't eat it. Do you understand?
That doesn't make any sense at all. I cooked this food, so why shouldn't I be able to eat it? That's just a waste of food if you're telling me to throw it all out.
I thought I told you that you were to stop talking back to me like this. That's another $100 taken away from you. When are you finally going to learn? If we're going to stay together as man and wife, you really have to get serious. Just use your head for once. I have to say that this breakfast was just one of the worst things that you've ever cooked for me. I mean, you didn't even cook. It was just cereal and fried eggs.
Well, I don't know what you want me to say. That's all we had.
And you didn't even make me anything for lunch either. You really are just the most useless wife. Do you know that? You're just lucky that I can't even take away any more money from you.
Yep, that's kind of how we got here.
Well, you realize that I would normally give you money for the month tomorrow, right? So what are you going to do now?
What do you mean, what am I going to do?
I mean, what are you going to do when you have no money to buy food at all? Maybe I can give you $100 if you apologize to me for all you've done. Because I don't know how you think you're going to make it with no money.
And just why should I apologize to you? You're the one who's taking away the money from me in the first place.
That's exactly what I'm saying. If you apologize to me, then I'll give you the money. Don't you understand? Honestly, what is with you, Sally?
Well, I don't really feel like apologizing, and I certainly don't need any money from you, thank you very much. In fact, I'd like to get a divorce, so goodbye and have a nice life.
Whoa, 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 a divorce? What are you talking about? You can't just say that and then say goodbye. What's the matter with you?
I don't really care what you have to say on the matter. The fact is that I want a divorce, and nothing is going to change my mind. And if you say that you won't go through with it, then I'll hire a lawyer and we'll just have to do it the hard way.
But wait, what do you mean? You're really going to leave me? Where are you even going to go? You don't have anywhere else to live.
Oh, I know you thought that was the case. You thought that holding on to a little orphan like me would be so easy, right? After all, my parents are dead, so where am I going to run to when things get bad, right?
I never said that at all. I'm just worried about you is all. I really don't get why you have to try and take things so far.
Oh, so you're only worried about me now? Is that what I'm hearing? Because you certainly didn't seem to be worried about me while you drove me into this position. But don't worry, I have plenty of places that I go. You don't need to lose even a second of sleep over it.
So then, you really mean it when you say that you want to divorce me?
Of course I do. Why would I lie about something like this? You criticize me all the time. Don't give me the money that I need to do what I do for us. Why would I want to stay with you another day? I would much rather just live on my own at this point.
You know that you'd disappoint my parents if they found out about this, right? I mean, just think about it. All that my family has done for you.
Oh, I have told your parents about my decision to do this. I also told them all about the way that you've been acting. Both your parents said that they completely support me in leaving you. In fact, your mom even cried and apologized for the way you were treating me. So the only person who's disappointed your parents here is you.
Hold on a second. You mean that you talked to my parents about what I was doing? Why in the world would you do that?
You just hinted that they were going to find out anyways, so why wouldn't I tell them my side of the story? Besides, it's like you said, your parents did a lot for me and I wanted to give them a proper goodbye.
Well, I'm not going to go along with this. You won't get me to sign anything.
Why are you being like this, Lawrence? All you ever do is complain that I screw everything up. If you dislike how I do things that much, then go and find someone who makes you even happier, okay? Either that or go and hire a maid, since that's all you seem to think a wife is.
I don't get it. I don't think I've ever met anyone so ungrateful in my entire life. I work so hard to provide for you, and all I ask for is a clean house and 3 meals a day. You have no idea how good you had it.
How good can I have it when you won't even give me the money I need to do any of those things? You keep talking about how much you provide for me while you literally have taken away your end of the bargain.
Okay, fine. I'll give you the usual amount of money if we just set aside all this silly talk of getting divorced, okay?
I have already told you that I've made up my mind and I want the divorce. Nothing is going to change that.
But we've only been married for less than a year. Think of the rumors that are going to spread because of this.
You really do only think of yourself, don't you? I mean, you said yourself that the only reason you married me was because you wanted someone to do all the work that you didn't want to do. And that's why you picked me, right? It would be so easy to make a slave out of a girl with no parents, wouldn't it?
I never said anything about making you a slave, Sally. Look, maybe I've been hard on you lately. I understand that, and I'm sorry. So please, let's just make this up.
You really don't get this, do you? This isn't something that we're going to make up. This is the end of our marriage, and that's that. You used to be so kind and sweet, and now I see that that was only an act to make me fall in love with you. I see the truth now, and I'm not going to let myself get fooled again. After that, I did indeed have to hire a lawyer to force Lawrence through the divorce process. He was kicking and screaming the entire way, but in the end, we were finally able to end our marriage. I never once had any second thoughts or doubts about what I was doing. It was clear to me that Lawrence was the kind of guy who only saw a wife as an accessory or an extension of himself. While I wasn't doing it to get back at Lawrence further, there were friends of his who would contact me and ask me what happened to end our marriage. I gave them the truth, and eventually, that led to most of Lawrence's circle of friends learning about what kind of person he really was. He may have appeared to be a good man and husband on the surface, but he was really a manipulative and cruel man. As the rumors about Lawrence began to grow, I reached out to an aunt and asked if I could stay with her for a little bit. From her house, I found a job and was able to move into my own place and began living independently again. I've been enjoying my work and home life with no one there to complain about the way that I was doing things. I thought being married would fix my life and make me feel less lonely, but I realize now that it's not that simple. I'm going to focus on myself for now, but I know that I've learned many important lessons to carry with me into the next relationship, whenever that might be. As for Lawrence, I just hope that no one is ever unlucky enough to end up with him again. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
You seemed fine with $500. Plus, my salary went down again. Working so hard every day and trying to find a new job.
Hard work? Yeah, right. You come home drunk more often than sober lately.
never cheated! I just spent some money!
On trying to cheat.
That's not... I mean...
You can spend our money on other women, but I can't buy groceries?
I said I was sorry! What more do you want?
I want a divorce.
Over some stupid texts? Over a few nights out?
Over financial abuse. Over lies and manipulation.
Big words from someone who hired a PI!
I needed evidence because I knew you'd deny everything.
You're making it sound worse than it is. I'll cut off all contact with her. I'll show you my phone anytime.
Too late.
It's never too late.
It was too late when you threatened divorce over $200 while spending thousands at clubs.
I was afraid you'd leave if you knew.
Knew what? That you were lying? That you were spending our savings on other women?
I'll stop drinking. Just don't leave.
The divorce papers are already being prepared.
You're really doing this?
You did this.
I'll come to your parents' house. We need to talk in person.
Don't bother. They won't let you in.
They can't keep me from my wife?
Watch me.
This isn't over.
Yes, it is.
We'll see about that.
Yes, we will. In court. Without anxiety. I can turn on the air conditioning without worrying about the electricity bill. Still, I won't be wasteful. I'll keep saving money sensibly while properly spending on necessities like food, housing, and health. This experience taught me the value of financial independence. I don't have to worry about financial hardship or betrayal by a loved one anymore. The lies, the manipulation, the threats, they're all in the past. Now that I'm on my own, I'm going to focus on myself for a while and live life my way. I've started taking classes to advance my career. I'm reconnecting with friends I had grown distant from during my marriage. I'm learning to trust my instincts again. They were right all along. I'll take my time finding my own kind of happiness. And next time, I'll make sure any partner I choose respects both me and our finances. But for now, I'm enjoying my freedom and my ability to buy a proper meal without anyone threatening divorce over it.